Midnight music. 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 Midnight music.
All right. Now, ladies.
Oh man, I was watching a video of I forgot what it's called. It's these guys. It's the one I think I've showed you before about these dudes who just heckle people on the golf course.
Oh yes, yes, I remember. I forgot, but now I remember.
They did it with like Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer. It was freaking awesome.
Anthony Anderson doesn't.
He doesn't. He doesn't, because he's hysterical. Like I find him absolutely hysterical. He was in like the first Transformers. People forget.
Yeah, he was.
He
Oh, I
was
remember.
he was one of the best parts of it.
He was. He's like, here's the thing. You eat all the donuts.
Here's the thing. They don't think you're gonna get a look at it. I hate the whole plate.
I ate all of them.
He's like, yeah,
Yeah,
she did it. She did it. Don't talk to me, woman.
Did you watch You People on Netflix?
No, I did not.
It's a Jonah Hill.
That's
so
Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, right?
Eddie Murphy, yeah. So Jonah Hill is obviously Jewish, and he's marrying into a black family.
Yeah, I remember it being like a thing when it first came out that people were like really talking about it.
The movie's very okay.
So I've heard. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but Anthony Anderson is in a scene. So like Eddie Murphy tries to fuck with him and like bringing him out. So he brings him to play basketball like in like the hood, and Jonah Hill fucking kills it. And it's in LA. He also brings him into a barbershop. It's a Crips or the Bloods. Which one's Bloods are red, obviously.
Yeah.
So he brings him to a Crip barbershop. He's wearing a red sweatshirt, and Anthony Anderson's like, "The fuck you wearing?" Anthony Anderson's one of the barbers.
That's amazing.
And Jonah Hill's a podcaster, and his friends is this a black chick, and she's like for real. Like she's a great character. She's just like, let me smack some reality.
That is fucking amazing. Oh yeah. Speaking of movies, I'm so glad I didn't go see Air in movies because I was like, oh, it's on Amazon Prime now. Thank you.
The Jordan movie.
Because like the Jordan fan in me was like, I gotta go.
Yeah, might as well, right?
Like, I know he's not in it, but I gotta go.
HBO officially switched over the Max.
Yeah, whatever. Okay.
Although I don't like this. I liked what HBO Max is. It would tell you what was leaving the platform within 30 days.
Most platforms do that.
So you can watch it. Max doesn't do that. Netflix doesn't do that anymore.
Netflix
either.
is also charging people $8 to share their password.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to delete Netflix, which is a shame because we're in like season 4 of
I really want to go
Shameless.
see that John Mulaney special, but me. What's going on, Broadcast Podcast? I think it's our friends from Australia, Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
Leaning on those Tim Tams guys. So speaking of Aussie women, I guess I don't know is Toni Storm officially an Aussie? But anywho, what are your thoughts, Broadcast, on Toni Storm?
Wasn't she always?
I don't know if she was actually from like Australia or just from like the surrounding area, meaning like New Zealand, which they don't really like New Zealand. But that's.
Oh no, that's right. She is New Zealand. She's born in New Zealand. So no, that's not Australia. That's
no, I was saying that Australia and New Zealand is like New York and New Jersey.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. And we all know.
Stop it! Don't you lie to yourself. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, what are your thoughts on Toni Storm being a member of the Outcasts, which is totally a ripoff of the Outsiders? Her and the Juice Robinson. Still a weird. Not, I mean, it's weird because I always think of Juice Robinson as like the environmentalist character from like NXT. Because that was him. It's really
like Daniel Bryan.
No. He was the one in NXT when NXT was first getting like their network spot. He would come out. I forgot what his character's name was, but he'd come out to the ring and he'd always have some sort of like picket sign that he would hold up in the air.
Oh yeah,
about saving the environment.
Vaguely.
He was always jobbing out.
God, who is that guy in NXT who got really mad about his T-shirt?
Oh,
because it looked like lips.
Yeah, no, I got it too.
He was huge on the Indies. He was like in the NXT. He lost to Cameron Grimes in the tournament.
Well, for a reason.
Yeah. God, he's an idiot.
Well, no, he lost to Cameron after that. No, remember, because he won it. Remember, he won. He won the breakout tournament, and then.
That's right. He did win the breakout tournament, and then he complained because he beat Cameron Grimes.
He was supposed to be the next big thing. I don't want to call him. I don't want to call him Booby Miles, because I know that's from.
It was not
No.
Desmond Miles. It was
Jordan
Jordan
Miles,
Miles.
yes. He was ACH on the indie,
ACH.
aka formerly known as Jordan Miles at
Oh, what a
NXT.
moron.
Yeah.
What a fucking moron.
Because we covered that. That was
Oh yeah,
yeah.
extensively.
I mean, I got why he was mad. I totally understand, but it was, you know what it was? It was those video posts that he did, like totally just like going after WWE's neck.
Yeah, dude, it's like you can't play victim when you're getting a push.
Yeah, and what do we? It wasn't even that. It was like I understood why he was really mad at the shirt. Like I get it. Although, looking at it now, his character was a really smiley person. Like that's how he was first portrayed.
Yeah, it was a smiley guy, charismatic and happy to be there.
Yeah, it was one of those things where I think we never got a conclusion about who okayed that shirt and didn't tell. Like seemed like it was like a miscommunication.
Yeah, I think my point was back then was if you really had a problem with the shirt, you should have made that known. And I don't remember if he did. I don't remember him actually did. But if he didn't, let's say for the sake of argument, he did. Then okay, I would say you have a point to be upset because you made your point. But if you didn't, like, bro, that's on you. And plus, hey, man, you just won a tournament. You're getting pushed and you're getting merch. Shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, that was the missing.
There are plenty of people who would take that spot. In fact,
took that spot, and now he's gonna like Cameron Grimes. They're gonna make Cameron Grimes a star on SmackDown. He's got the thing. Him and actually, I think Pretty Deadly's gonna be good.
I hope so, man.
Pretty Deadly are a weird group. It's one of those things where I feel like here's the thing with Pretty Deadly, because I've watched them in NXT for a while. And it's one of those things where, like, I don't think their character was made for NXT. I think their character, they're almost like original, like old school Southern Belle Lacey Evans, which is really weird to say. But like that character was not going to get over in NXT, but I think can get over with with a more main roster crowd.
Dude, that sassy Southern Belle is such a great gimmick.
I also love the fact that it pissed off Dave so much.
And the dresses, her wardrobe.
It was perfect.
And it pissed off Dave so much. Yeah.
I don't know why they went away from it because I thought she played that character perfectly.
Well, I think it's because it was a thing in NXT, and Vince wanted to make her own.
It was working on the main roster too, like.
Yeah, it's kind of fine. Now that I don't watch NXT, I kind of agree with that philosophy more. It's like give these guys a new character because like reintroduce them because like no one watches NXT, and at least not to the extent that they used to. Like NXT isn't cool or like even. It was never really mainstream, but it was mainstream to wrestling.
Yeah, because it was the alternate to the main roster, and then when they tried to do the 2.0 switch, which I also kind of agree with, the idea I believe it was let's create their main roster character in NXT, so that we don't have to do all of this re-fucking brand. And like we see Cameron Grimes didn't change his character when he was the Pretty Deadly hasn't changed their character. You know,
right. But they didn't have to do that in the first place. They didn't have to change their character in the first place because they weren't well known, but they were known enough. Yeah. Now, and that could just be because I don't watch NXT. I don't know any of these people like at all.
There are some people who I think they did like the name change was screwed up a lot of people, and that was a lot of the times because NXT at the time when Trips was in charge was raiding the indies. You know, and there was, obviously the legal stuff, like if they didn't have a trademark to the name.
Yeah, JD McDonough totally makes sense. Yeah, you don't want to Google Jordan Devlin. I think Kevin Owens said that.
Because Jordan Devlin's his real name, but JD McDonough sounds a lot better. Yeah, no, sounds tons better. But yeah, no, I think it's better now, except for. They changed Raquel Gonzalez for Raquel Rodriguez, which I don't get, whatever. But yeah, I mean, I get the character change. You want to, flirt yourself to a new audience, but some people don't need a character change.
Yeah, just don't. Why are you fixing what wasn't broken? Like specifically with Lacey
or
Evans.
even more specific, Bobby Roode is the perfect example. Bobby Roode was on fire. That character did not need to change whatsoever. And they tore it apart. They tore it apart so badly.
But at the same time, sometimes tweaks can work too. Like look at Butch. If Butch has kept the name Pete Dunne, that tweak they made of making him a pit bull, fantastic. I like.
Yeah, we just hate the name.
Keep his name, JD.
That's what it was. That's what it was. I think Kevin Owens said that in a promo when he went down to NXT for like the Kevin Owens show. He said, "JD, don't McGoogle me." Oh my god. But no, we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna watch Crown Jewel because
Crown
I'm
Jewel,
in
you mean
Massachusetts
Night of Champions.
this weekend. Excuse me, Night of Champions. Yeah, because I'm in Massachusetts. I'm driving on
Well,
Saturday
if you
night.
find the local
Friday
movie
night.
theater on Sunday night, you can watch AEW Double or Nothing.
No, I'm not watching that either.
Because they're showing it at the movie theater like 15 minutes away from me, Double or Nothing.
I think that's smart.
They've
I
been
think
doing
that's
it for
very smart for them to do
WWE
that.
does it for a couple of their bigger shows as well.
I think it's a great idea.
It's probably it's a cheaper investment than doing anything else.
Yeah, I'd like to watch wrestling.
I
That'd
think
be pretty
yeah,
dope,
I would
actually.
definitely be down to do it with the right people. I want to do wrestling in a movie there just to see who the fuck shows up to this shit.
Yeah, who are you people? Like, are you fans? Are you in the wrong theater? Like, Ant-Man's over there, bro.
That's really. I just want to see how many people show up because if it's a wrestling show on the big screen, that's intriguing enough. But a wrestling show on a big screen with a bunch of marks, it might be fun.
I mean, normally I like empty theaters, but I think I want this to be packed. Like I know, I like your Marvel movies packed because it's like an experience, which I think would be the same thing for wrestling. Like Jazz and I went to see Titanic for my birthday this past February, and these three douchebag teenagers were as high and drunk and pieces of shit. It was the worst. And this person behind me was quoting the movie. I want to be like, turn around and be like, yeah, we all know the words.
It's over
Shut the
20
fuck
years
up.
old. Calm down.
Yeah, his movie came out 25 years ago. Shut up. You know, cool. 2,000 people in the sea when Titanic sank from under us. Yeah, shut the fuck up. 6 were saved from the water, myself included. 6 out of 1,500. Yeah, I know. Sheets never been slept in. Never been used.
Oh my god.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, right.
Well, it was pretty funny because it was in 3D when the tits were on screen. The kid was going like this, reaching for the screen. I was like, all right, okay.
That's funny. You got me. You got me.
I used to reach over and grab some real ones. Ayo, got him.
Oh my god. Speaking of Marvel movies and stuff, so there's this video going around. You know who Michelle Rodriguez is?
Yes.
She plays Letty in The Fast and the Furious.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That's what I thought it was. But yeah, she's default badass woman in movie roles.
Yes, default badass woman in movies.
I mean, she's really good at it.
Yeah, she plays a really good default badass woman. There's a video that came out the other day, and she's getting torched for it. She talks about,
I'm a fan, dude. She's hot.
Huh?
I'm a fan of Michelle Rodriguez. She's
she's
an actress.
just for the same role. She was apparently, I think, she was at some sort of event, like a San Diego Comic-Con or some shit. And this was like recently. And she came out and was like, she has this whole grand idea of all the different IPs to start collaborating with each other in Hollywood. And stuff, and I'm just like, you're a fucking idiot. But then she went on and was like, well, I mean, come on, there needs to be innovation. Like, how many Marvel movies can you make? Like, where is the creativity? And people are like, excuse me?
Oh my god, you're in Fast X, dude. Although, have you seen these videos going around? It's like this movies with lightsabers.
No.
So it's like Pirates of the Caribbean, but with lightsabers. It's Lord of the Rings, but with lightsabers. Like, honestly, dude, she was on something for a second. These lightsabers make anything better. Oh, speaking of lightsabers, I'm in the Clone Wars, where Maul took over Mandalore, and Palpatine was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna go over there real quick.
Yeah, it's getting real wild now.
Yeah. Palpatine has murdered the fuck out of Savage, and I was just like, holy shit.
Oh, you mean Asajj Ventress?
No, Savage, Maul's brother.
Oh yes, yeah. Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So yeah, Ahsoka's about to get framed for murder. That's like coming in the next few
Yep, it's
episodes.
about to get real fun. So you're learning a lot about
Yeah.
Mandalore now.
Oh yeah, no, I already knew about Mandalore. Yeah, Lady Satine's dead. I didn't know
Duchess
Bo-Katan was her
Satine.
sister though. Duchess Satine.
Yeah, Bo-Katan is the rightful
I didn't know
heiress to.
How fucking old is Bo-Katan, dude? Because she was in the Clone Wars all the way up past the Empire. She's like what? It's just be like 50 or 60 in Mando.
Something like that, but it's played by the same woman.
Oh, Katie Sackhoff did the voice?
Katie Sackhoff's the voice. Yeah, that's why it was a big deal when she showed up in Mandalorian, because she's the voice of Bo-Katan.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a fan of Katie Sackhoff too. She's a great actress
Yeah, no, Katie Sackhoff is the original voice of Bo-Katan.
Yeah, I liked her. I like her arc because she was part of Death Watch.
Wow, Fretch just said, "Hey, Will, you know who else was in the breakup?"
Boa. I read it. I was ignoring it.
Well, yeah, that was her crew, because that's why in Mandalorian they always like try to kind of like shit on her. They're like, "Wait, you were a fucking separatist. You were part of Death Watch," and she was like, "I know. It was a time in my life. I was angsty."
Relax.
Oh my god, yeah, fucking Michelle Rodriguez, like she was just getting torn. People are like, Marvel has like 80 years of history. You guys are literally just making this up. Someone's like, didn't you guys go into space the last movie in a 1970s Pontiac?
I like you, Michelle, but that was a stupid thing to say.
Oh my god, yeah. People are just like, just tell us you want to be in a Marvel movie, Michelle. Like, just tell us.
I'm surprised she hasn't.
So I
straight up.
heard that she was a stunt actress in the latest Black Panther.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, no, because she didn't get any screen time either.
Yeah. I mean, it counts. Like it's on. Put it on your
resume.
IMDb.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, you weren't in the movie.
No.
Could you
even see her in Black Panther? Like, what role would she play?
Oh God.
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
I mean, the badass women kind of got that locked up.
Yeah, there's really no room for her.
I mean, that bald chick is fucking incredible.
Diane Guerrera, she's who plays Okoye. Yeah, she's fun. I mean, they're all kind of bald because they're in the Dora Milaje. But no, they're all fucking incredible. I can see her in like Ant-Man or something. She could have been the Wasp.
She could have been the Wasp.
She could have been the Wasp, yeah.
She could have been the Wasp.
She could have been the Wasp. Instead of Evangeline Lilly, but hey. You do what you can. All right, what time is it? It is 8:05.
Evangeline Lilly is such like a okay actress. She's cute though. She's cute as a button.
When she had short hair, or when she isn't short hair, I was like, maybe not. But long hair Evangeline Lilly. Hey.
Lost Evangeline Lilly.
I never saw Lost.
Oh, she was also the other elf in The Hobbit, the love interest elf, which is like, God, I can't believe they shoehorned you in this fucking movie. Please leave. Please leave.
All right.
Yeah.
Dude.
All right, ready to rock?
Yes, I am.
I am rolling on the mixer.
Let's do the damn
Starting.
thing.
In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Cute.
Yep.
Midnight music.
Coming up this week on Kings of the Rings podcast, if you're not doing anything Memorial Day weekend, you're probably on the couch watching wrestling, because we have Double or Nothing by AEW, WWE Night of Champions, NXT Battleground, all in the same weekend. It is a 3-show preview show this week. Oh yeah, and AEW is clearly doing Monday Nitro on Saturdays now. So sit back, relax, and save some room for us, LeBron James, because you're on the couch too. It is Kings of the Rings podcast, episode 341, Night of Collisions or Nothing, exclusively on Wrestle Addict Radio, and it starts right now.
Yeah, my Celtics aren't too far behind.
They're gonna get there. Not gonna lie, I'm so happy LeBron got kicked out yet again. It was freaking great.
Did he get swept?
Yes, they did get swept.
Attaboy.
He got blocked on the final shot of the game too.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, and he walked out and didn't shake anybody's hand, little bitch.
What a pussy.
Ladies
What
and
a pussy.
welcome to Kings of the Rings podcast. This is a little Braun-hating podcast. Here on Wrestle Radio episode 341. I, of course, am your host, King Ricky Rose. No K, Murphy K, unfortunately, is stuck at work, and so hopefully K gets out of work soon. But we have a lot to talk about this week. Like I said, three-view show. Thank you, Mr. Pratt. This is a three-view show. I probably should have named it that. It's the three-view show. Double or Nothing, Night of Champions, NXT Battleground, all this Memorial Day weekend. It's almost like wrestling planned it because we all have off for at least 3 days. But before we get into any and all of that, we have Will T, who is wearing that really, really ridiculous hat. Will, how are you?
I think wrestling threesome would have worked too.
Ooh, I might have got us some views.
Yeah. So yeah. Let me ask the chat room out there. Who is your wrestling threesome? You can take that however you want it. I wish K Murphy was here to answer because their answer would probably scare the fuck out of me.
Probably.
But my name is Will Tarashuk, T. Thomas, A-R-A-S-H-U-K, the professional podcaster. And yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun talking about some wrestling for a few hours.
Yeah, we've got a crap ton of wrestling.
ECW might come up. I love talking about ECW.
Yeah, ECW might come up. Yeah, we want to check that out. So Willie T and K were on the Apron Bump, which actually comes out the same day. Yeah, that we have recording this, so it came out. All right, so check out the Apron Bump podcast and listen to talk about what ECW thing did you guys cover?
1996. Devon debuted. That's all I need to know. It's like it was like Massacre in Queens Boulevard or something.
I believe that was
April
it,
1996. Yeah. It was great. Yeah, Devon had a not safe for work debut.
I bet he did.
He said fuck a lot.
That sounds like that's very 96 ECW.
Oh, it's the best. I got to oogle over Shane Douglas for like 8 minutes.
I bet you did. I bet you did. Kyle's coming on WrestleMania soon, so be on the lookout for that. Kyle's pretty
excellent.
We're getting Wheeler Yuta everywhere on Wrestle Addict Radio.
And I didn't call him Nick once, I promise.
Well, that's good. So before we get into that, like I said, we have 3 shows to go over: Night of Champions, AEW Double or Nothing, as well as NXT Battleground. So again, 3v with threesome show. It's going to be a really, really big show. We're really just going to talk about previews from here on out. Before that, we have a little bit of a collision, so don't be fooled, folks. Yes, that is a brand new logo. Yes, it also looks like WCW Monday Night Show, but it's not. It's AEW's new logo for their Saturday night show called AEW Saturday Collision, because the thing that they wanted to do above all things was bring back wrestling on Saturday prime time, which, to be honest with you, at this part of the year, besides, I don't know, the NBA Finals, which should be over around that time, they're really only competing with baseball. So it is going to be Saturday, June 17th. I'm going to pull up right now their freaking press release about it, which is a very interesting press release because it's totally a Tony Khan jerk off to it. But let's figure out what exactly he said. I know you can't see it on the screen, but it is there just in case.
Oh, I can read that.
Yeah,
I can read every word.
I bet you can. Let me pull it up real quick, and I'll read it for you right here. Oh, son of a biscuit. All right, hold on.
First line is, we know it looks like Nitro. Shut up.
That's exactly.
Second line, did you know it looks like Nitro? It's cool, right?
Yeah, right. And here, I'm going to pull it up right now. Okay. So here we go. Okay. So it says here, TNT launches a second night of wrestling. It's actually like their 4th night of wrestling. TNT launches a second night of wrestling with AEW Collision, featuring headliners Thunder Rosa, Miro, Samoa Joe, you know that guy who's also on Ring of Honor, Powerhouse Hobbs, and Andrade El Idolo on Saturday, June 17th. Press release coming out of New York on May 17, 2023. TNT launches a second night of pro wrestling with a new tentpole series, AEW Collision, on Saturday, June 17th. It was announced today by Kathleen Finch, Chairman and Chief Content Officer of U.S. Network Group Warner Brothers Discovery, during the company's 2023 upfront presentation at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Oh, what's happening in New York? This live 2-hour in-ring show will air every Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. and feature more wrestlers, more stories, more action to super serve fans. AEW Collision will feature headliners including Miro, Samoa Joe, Thunder Rosa, who, by the way, did anybody else know Thunder Rosa was still on the roster? Because I didn't. Powerhouse Hobbs and Andrade El Idolo. They go on to say, in only 4 years following the launch of Dynamite, AEW's footprint has more than doubled across TNT and TBS because you keep on adding fucking shows. Along with AEW Dynamite, Friday nights, AEW Rampage, the recent follow doc, AEW All Access, which is going to be exclusive to Max now, and now AEW Collision, TNT, and TBS deliver the best matches and the most entertaining moments in pro wrestling today. AEW has reached a total of 23 million viewers so far this year across all of its shows on TBS and TNT. They go on to say that we're doubling down on wrestling with AEW Collision, which gives fans 2 more hours every week, said Jason Sarlanis, president of Turner Networks, ID, and HLN, Linear and Streaming. AEW's roster of talent has expanded so quickly because Tony can't stop fucking signing people, that we felt it needed another night to bring our audience the epic robberies, unforgettable matches, and stars they love to watch. Adding Collision to our programming mix on TNT will allow us to satisfy the massive demand we felt from our hardcore fan base and be the ultimate complement to AEW Dynamite on TBS. With the addition of AEW Collision on TNT, I'm extremely proud that a Turner Network will be the home of a Saturday Night Wrestling for the first time in more than 2 decades, said Tony Khan, who clearly grew up watching Turner. CEO, GM, and head of creative of AEW, because he had to let that be known. The debut of Collision is significant across numerous sectors, including television, wrestling, entertainment, and sports, and reinforces AEW as the bold property we envisioned when we launched in 2019. Collision will deliver live every Saturday night more of what fans and viewers tell us they want: athleticism, big personalities, exciting storylines, and hard-hitting wrestling action, all of which have become synonymous with AEW. And that is the end of the press release.
That's a lot to take in, man.
What are your thoughts, Will?
I mean, good luck to them, man. I mean, a lot of their headliners that they bragged on that front page of people they didn't use, they haven't used. Miro's been on TV in like a year. Andrade's been on TV since he got married, or since he matched with Ric Flair. Thunder Rosa's been on TV since God knows
their
how long.
last big
Hobbs.
event, which is in the fall. Full Gear, since before Full Gear.
Yeah, I mean, good luck, man. Good luck. There is such a thing called stretching yourself too thin. This is something I had to learn the hard way and trying to figure out. When running a business and doing podcasting and shit, the further you spread out, the harder it is to do. Sometimes you just got to focus on one thing. And I wish them the best. I hope it's successful. I'm not gonna watch it. I'm doing things on Saturday nights. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, when you think about their
like, who is this for? Who's
the older people? Because like their target audience, they always laud, especially Jericho, the demo god, that like 18 to 35, if I'm not mistaken. That's usually the target audience they go for. But like 18 to 30-year-olds, 30 to 35 is always up in the air depending on your situation. They're not home at 8 to 10 on Saturdays. I never was. If not, it was a shit night for me. you know? Like, I don't know who they're going for. Like, I understand there is a lot of older people, like I'm saying, like above 35, that grew up on Saturday Night Wrestling, and that's cool and all. If you're targeting them, that might work, but your core audience that they always like to laud about, that 18 to 35 demographic, they're not going to watch this live.
Well, that's actually a question I always kind of wondered. Why are they the target demo? Like, they know, because that's millennials and like early Gen Z. They know we're all broke,
I don't
why do advertisers give a fuck about people our age?
Yeah.
We're broke. I mean, honestly, Tony might be right. Target people in their 50s because they have all the money. So have fun with the big pharma ads while watching Dynamite or Collision, whatever the fuck it's called nowadays. It's going to be a bunch of boner pills and 4 trucks.
Pretty much. They've already named some places for where Collision is going to be, except for the debut location, which is supposed to be happening tonight of this recording because Dynamite is on now, but everybody knows it's fucking Chicago. One of those places is going to be in your backyard. Well, it is going to be at The Rock in New Jersey. on a Saturday night. They're also going to be in, I think, Toronto as well, a couple spots in Canada. So it is a development thing. I feel like they just wanted something on TNT since they pretty much got booted from primetime TNT during the week because they were like, yeah, no, NBA and NHL. And they're like, we'll go to TBS. And I really think they just wanted something on TNT, which is okay,
Yeah.
cool, whatever. But I hope it does well. I think I've kind of talked about it before another place, and here's kind of one of the opening graphics of it, the people they included on their thing. If you look at this opening graphic, you clearly have Samoa Joe at the top, Thunder Rosa at the top center, and Powerhouse up top right. But your biggest faces on here, Miro's there. Miro's hidden a little bit. Your biggest faces on this promo thing don't even include your fucking world champion, MJF, who is front and center, along with Orange Cassidy, the international champion, who is also front and center. Like, why aren't they in the press release?
I don't know. Maybe it was just a given, or a little too obvious.
I don't know. I mean, is there anything given with this? Because we don't even know. Like, it's going to be 2 hours of program. Instead, it's going to be a 10 poll. So it's going to be like a major program on top of the minor programs. So remember, folks, you have 2 hours of Dynamite. Currently, 2 hours of Dynamite. You're going to get 2 hours of Collision. You're going to get an hour of Rampage. 5 right there. And then you have Dark and Dark Elevation.
I thought they're canceling Rampage. I thought they were canceling Rampage.
I have not heard of them canceling Rampage. They should cancel Rampage. I'm not sure if they are going to, but I feel like they should. Like for if you're gonna have Collision, then there's
or is Dark and Elevation no longer a thing? One of them, I think, one of those three are a thing. I could be wrong.
You got to get rid of these 1 hour shows, and I think the first things you got to get rid of is Dark and Dark Elevation.
Yeah,
Rampage is the Sunday night heat of AEW.
Yeah,
like. They can do so much. Rampage shouldn't have been a thing. I don't think.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was the compromise because they didn't want to do a. They wanted
a third hour, right?
Want a third hour Dynamite, and Tony was just like, "No, how about a new show?" And that was a compromise, which I still think that was the right decision at the end.
Fair.
At the end of the day,
Yeah.
Because I think a third hour Dynamite would have been like, "Oh my god, I want to kill myself."
So Fretz is reporting that Dark and Elevation are both on hiatus or canceled, which means they're probably canceled.
All right, so they're keeping Rampage.
Yeah.
That's fine.
They're keeping Rampage. No, I get it, but like I get they're not wanting to do a third hour, but when you have a roster size as big as AEW's, you got to give them something. Like that 1 hour Rampage was not cutting it.
It's just like, wow, dude, Warner Brothers really doesn't give a fuck about Ring of Honor. They're just like, why did you buy this?
Yeah, no, it's very concerning. Like, you bought Ring of Honor, you made a big whoop about Ring of Honor, and it doesn't have any of your TV slots?
They couldn't get one. That's not Tony's fault. Well, it is his fault.
It is kind of Tony's fault.
He didn't test the market before buying something.
Yeah.
All he should have done was buy the library. That's all he needed, the library. That's it.
Yeah, he's kind of power hungry. He was so hell bent. Like, I bought Ring of Honor. Yeah, now you're fucking it up. like, or if you want to put Ring of Honor on YouTube like you did Dark and Dark Elevation, it'll do numbers there.
Yeah.
Take the Dark and Dark Elevation, rebrand them Ring of Honor shows. It'll work that way, I think. That's got to be your compromise since they can't get a TV slot. You know, or yeah. So there's going to be a lot. I'm going to just see if they're going to do a whole different. If it's going to be a brand split, which was hinted at with Collision. They're going to have new champions and stuff, or if it's just going to be like kind of their version of Thunder.
So I hope they do it right. If they actually do a brand split, because they have a big enough roster for a brand split.
It should have just been ROH, but that's whatever. Yeah.
WWE already isn't following the rules of their brand split. Like, already.
Well, they ruined that with the world title tournament.
That's exactly my point. So,
which I still don't get the logic for that one.
Exactly. I don't get the logic
outside
for
of marketing, it doesn't make any sense for anything else.
Well, it's new matchups, right? It's new matchups for titles matches, which is what you want, which is good. But if you're gonna separate them, keep them separate.
You know what they should have done? Like, if they're clear want to do like the tournament on SmackDown and Raw, but they should have said that winner is if the winner from the person from SmackDown wins the world title, then they move exclusively to Raw. Save it right there.
They didn't say that yet.
No, they didn't. They did not say that.
They didn't swap the title. So Bianca still has the Raw title on
And
SmackDown,
Rhea,
doesn't she?
yes, Rhea still has the.
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
God!
I know.
The glorious book of Triple H. So yeah, Tony Khan. I hope you learn from their mistakes. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, Grand Metalik showed up on Dynamite. Good for him. I always thought he was poorly utilized in WWE. And there you go. AEW has signed somebody else, Grand Metalik.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped watching AEW. I can't keep up, dude. I can't keep up with wrestling. It's too much, dude. It's too much wrestling.
Which is weird that we've gotten to this point in the world of wrestling. have we hit the limit in wrestling?
Oh yeah.
Which is funny because Impact is also still a thing. And by the way, we're not even going to cover it on the show. Impact also has an event on Friday night.
Good for them.
Yeah. Which ironically, on like my Google TV in like my room, I can actually watch Impact for like free on like the free channels. Is Impact like the current Impact?
That's pretty cool. It's on Access Television.
I don't know. Like I was on my Google TV in my bedroom the last night, just like searching, like because Google TV gives you like 77 or something free channels of like random shit, and one of them is Impact. And I was like, It's fucking amazing. So AW Collision happening in a month from now. We'll see how it goes. I probably won't be watching it. Who knows? I'll probably forget about it. There's always the CM Punk rumor. Oh my God, please no. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's happening, baby.
If it's in Chicago.
CM Punk might bring me back. I can't wait to watch him. Dude, I just love watching CM Punk fall from grace. It's
every time.
Hell yeah.
All right, now it's time to get into our show of shows, our 3-view show with event number 1, WWE's Night of Champions. This event is going to be at a special start time because they're in the Middle East and Saudi Arabia at 1 p.m. on Saturday. 1 p.m., folks. Remember that. 1 p.m. on Saturday, not 8. 1 p.m. on the East Coast. All right.
I'll be watching it on Tuesday.
Which they are sticking with the Night of Champions theme. It is going to be a big Night of Champions thing because they haven't done Night of Champions. Actually, Will, do you want to know the last time they did Night of Champions?
2019.
Further back.
Oh, really? 2017.
Something like that. Yeah, it's the Night of Champions where Seth almost killed Sting.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. That might have been 2016.
Yeah, it was that Night of Champions. So they haven't run it in a while.
It's a good gimmick, Night of Champions.
Yeah, and most of WWE's titles are on the line, especially the beginning of this new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Or maybe it's new, maybe it's not new. There is some discussion on our Discord. I don't know if you saw it, Will. And it's rumored that this world title will be a direct lineage. It was 2015, thank you, France. This new world title will be a direct descendant of, like, the original world title, like Big Goldie. And I was like, Hold on a second.
What do you mean, hold on a second? That's a dud to me.
Huh?
It's a dud.
That's not possible.
It's the same name and pretty much the same design.
Well, no, it's not possible.
Why not?
All right, so think about it. John Cena and Randy Orton unified them to create the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, which is the black belt, right?
Oh, you're right. No, I see. Okay. If you're going to wrestling logic here, I see what you mean.
Which is the black.
Okay, when you put it that way,
Yeah.
Then it became one belt with The Rock, right? And now it's the one Roman currently has with a new logo on it.
Well, yeah, exactly. It became. Yeah, and then when they created a Universal title, and then Roman unified technically the Universal and the WWE World title to be the undisputed Universal World Heavyweight Champion. So there is no way in hell logically that this can be a direct descendant.
Hey, dude, it's all incest at this point.
At this point.
And the big gold belt goes welcome back. That goes like the Southern Wrestling. Hey, it all fits.
Something like that. Even though AJ Styles has come out and said this is clearly a secondary title, especially with Roman having 2 belts.
Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, which is a shame. But this is, again, we've said this is the Seth Rollins shut up your somebody title.
Yeah, but it's Seth Rollins is still going to gripe about it though.
You know why? Because also the thing, Roman still has both belts.
He's supposed to have 4.
Roman still have both belts, and I'm excited for this matchup. They showed a lot of the footage of Seth and AJ from back in the day when AJ faced Seth when he was like 19, and AJ called him the future of the business, which he was right. And so they played it up. They had Seth doing a lot of interviews because Seth is actually out doing a Marvel movie right now. He's actually going to be
Captain America.
He's going to be in the Captain America 4 New World Order, which is ironic that it's NWO. And I really want Seth Rollins to come out as like an NWO member in Marvel for no reason, just totally like pop my Marvel and wrestling fandom all at once.
Hollywood Rollins, because the guitar
everywhere. He'd do it. He probably has already done it.
He spray paints Captain Shield
with the NWO.
Yeah.
Yes, I want all of that. That's just the trailer. It's Seth Rollins coming out as Hollywood Hogan and spray painting NWO on Captain America's shield. That's exactly what I want. But they played up Seth being kind of a sympathetic babyface that wants to be like, oh, Roman stole all the titles. I want to give everybody opportunity, blah, 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 blah. Seth should win this. I'm excited for how this match is going to go because Seth's a great worker and AJ Styles makes anybody look that much better.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a phenomenal. It's the best thing is it's not gonna main event.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. WWE's on their bullshit again because for the advertisement for Night of Champions, it said there's 3 main events.
No, there isn't. You can okay. Time out. Pause.
Right,
The main event is what goes last. I don't care
Agreed.
what anybody says. That is the event. That is the main one. Now. It took me a little bit to get convinced for night 1 and night 2 of WrestleMania. It's like, okay, like with Undertaker, with him and AJ main event in night 1 of WrestleMania in 2020. I was like, all right, fine, technically. But then I was like, no. The next year, I was like, no, this is bullshit. No, this is the main event. It goes on last. So you can get away with it there for WrestleMania because it's
2 nights.
2 nights.
Yeah.
And you as a ticket holder can pick which one's more important to you.
Correct.
Which match is more important to you. So yes, it is a legitimate main event. It's not a main event if it's in the middle of the card.
Yeah, like
it's a main attraction.
I like saying main attraction.
It's not the main event.
I agree.
There's only one main event. There's no participation trophies in this bullshit. All right.
Yeah, but it's 3 main events, so we're all agreeing Seth's gonna win. Let's move on to which probably is one of the second of the 3 main events. Brock and Cody. We still don't know why Brock's mad. We know they're trying to injure Cody to make him a more sympathetic babyface, but how much more of a sympathetic babyface can you make Cody than what you did to his build to WrestleMania? Like, I think we got the job done here, but now Cody might be going in injured. Triple H told him to stop. They had this kind of really dramatic moment at the end of Raw where I want to point you guys to a particular thing that happened. So Cody's making his case, and just like Daniel Bryan has done before to Triple H in real life, we're like, well, fucking look at you. You always finish the fucking match, which is true. Yeah. He was
torn quad, baby.
Yeah, twice. Well, that's the reason him and Stephanie got married because torn quad and Stephanie came to his aid. Anywho, so they point out that obvious. Then Triple H kind of just says like an okay, you can find him, pats him on the back, and doesn't really say anything. And I might be reading into this too much, but if Triple H is long conning Cody, I think it's perfect.
Yeah. If Triple H comes out with knee pads clearly under his pants, we have a problem.
No, I do honestly believe he will never get in the ring again.
He's never going to wrestle. He's never going to wrestle.
I think that's way too detrimental to his
health. Well, here's the thing, Ricky. If this was like 6 years ago, I'd be all for it. But if Triple H turns heel, what can you do after that? You know what I mean?
He becomes Mr. McMahon without the wrestling acumen.
But like even Vince got in the ring a few times. Triple H can't get in the ring, and like Vince was also never a wrestler, so it worked as the boss.
Yeah.
Like Triple H he's a 14-time world champion. So it's just like if you're gonna turn on Cody has to get his comeuppance on you, but you're not gonna get in the ring. It's like you're setting up something that's never gonna get a payoff. That's my only hesitation for it. I think Triple H is the less Triple H is an on-screen character, I think the better.
Yeah, I mean it makes his presence that much more like important when he does show up.
Yeah.
But you never know with Trips, man. You never know with trips. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know who wins this, to be honest with you. Does Cody already beat Brock? I mean, here's the thing. Does this lead to Cody Brock 3?
I don't know. We never got Bobby Brock 3, so who knows?
I'm still upset about that. I just really wanted Bobby Brock 3. That was tailor-made for WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Bobby and Brock opening the show of night 2?
Hey, we got Bobby Omos. I mean, Brock Omos.
Brock
so,
Omos.
That happened.
The Homo sapiens.
Wait, where's he on this card? Oops.
He wrestled last year with Braun. Remember that match? They had a weigh-in and everything. There's a press conference for Night of Champions.
Remember Braun Strowman fought Tyson Fury in Saudi Arabia?
Was it Braun that fought Tyson?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah. Remember that?
Yeah.
That happened.
I mean, Cain Velasquez also fought in Saudi Arabia as well.
Yeah, but we do a lot to forget about
Cain's
that one.
now in jail. So, yeah, I don't know who wins this. I'm gonna say they made Cody a real sympathetic baby. I think Cody's gonna win.
I do too.
I think this is when we get the Cody bleeding spot. I think Cody bleeds here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Cody bleeds. This is probably the third main event here. Sammy and Kevin Owens, which how the hell is Sammy going to Saudi Arabia versus Solo?
There's a peace deal. There was a peace deal between Syria and Saudi Arabia.
Oh, that explains a lot.
So there's a I think it's Syria. There was some kind of diplomatic resolution where Sammy is now allowed in the country.
Interesting, because that really confused me.
Believe me, these two are completely unrelated.
Yeah, no, it really, really confused me. So you have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn putting their tag titles on the line against Solo Sikoa and everybody's favorite family manipulator and abuser and gaslighter, Roman Reigns. Who
I had something to say.
Listen, I know, I was talking about this with somebody, like, I know this is all storyline and everything, but what Roman is doing, right, so let me just put spotlight on me. What Roman is doing to his family members, from a psychological and a real world perspective, is abuse to the umpteenth power. Like,
I've been taking notes.
Yeah, it is abuse. If you or someone else, somebody who's experiencing this, like, tell them to seek help right now, because all of this that he's been doing for the past 3 years, especially to Jay, is total abuse and family manipulation and gaslighting. It is not good. It is very traumatic for people who have been through it. I'm not saying I have, but I'm just saying it is very traumatic for people who have been through it. Be it as it may, it is such a compelling story for in the wrestling world. Because just when you think they might have like kind of jumped the shark with the Bloodline storyline, Roman bumps into Solo and looks visibly scared that he bumped into Solo.
Yeah, that was interesting. That little moment was very interesting. I was like, oh, there's a ripple.
It's a great little ripple, because you know what it was? Jey Uso won't be the one to beat him. I mean, it's a great story, but Jey Uso will be the one to help Roman go down. But you know what it was? And I was talking about this with Sir Charles. Shout out to Sir Charles. And he reminded me during Clash at the Castle, a fantastic event, by the way. It was revealed afterwards that Roman did not ask for Solo to be there. In storyline, Solo was sent by the family.
Interesting.
To help out Roman. So that and from that way it makes good storyline sense. And I also love how when Roman announced that him and Solo were going to go for the titles, he was going to dedicate it. Well, and he also shitted on the Usos for
the greatest tag team.
The Wild Samoans.
Yeah. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
He also did take a good jab of him. He's like, why the hell did you dedicate the match to me? I am a singles performer.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a point.
He's like, how dare you?
He's like, that was really stupid, Oos. You didn't even get the job done.
Oh my god, if we got like a really big, like wet, like wig on you, you'd be a great, like very pasty Roman.
Dude, I'm working on my Roman impression. it's getting there, because he's got the slow and demeanor. He's like, I had something to say.
Exactly.
I'm in town, around, meeting people to impress.
I love it.
My syllables are dragged out. Come on.
Oh man, this should be fun. So here's the question: how does Roman eat a loss and still look strong? By the way, this is also going to be the time of his match. This will also be day 1,000 of his undisputed Universal Heavyweight Championship reign.
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he wins them.
My God, could you imagine?
I seriously wouldn't, because Sammy and Kevin are so stale. Like,
You know why? Because Riddle ruined them.
yeah, that might be it. There's like, it's just like, wow, what happened to you guys? It's like same thing happened to Kevin Owens last year when he made him with Stone Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, all right, you had your moment, but then you had nothing planned afterwards.
Yeah, you put Riddle with them, and you saw how that ended. That was freaking horrible.
Yeah, and like I don't know if it's Kevin and Sammy's fault, but it's just like it's just kind of. There's nothing for you here now.
Because there's no tag division. Like they won the tag titles. Jay, who are they fighting? Who are they fighting?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. The tag team division is getting there. You have a lot of core tag, like the Imperium as a tag team. Can you imagine Imperium with the tag titles and the IC title? That's a solid faction. You know, if Legado can give a win, they would be good with the tag titles as well. Judgment Day could use tag titles. There's a bunch of people, but they still have them in the Bloodline storyline. And it's kind of like, without Roman, the Bloodline storyline kind of fell apart for a while, and they had to do something.
Yeah.
But I do like this little wrinkle. I mean, if Roman wins these titles, Lord Almighty, I can't wait to be on the internet.
Oh my God, dude! I just like Paul Heyman's gonna be like, I need help carrying titles.
It's gonna be Paul Heyman's gonna be like dragging titles around.
Yeah, right. It's like Paul Heyman's gonna need a second manager. Like a Matt Striker's gonna come out with him.
He's gonna have Byron Saxton. That's what it is.
Yeah, Byron.
Byron's gonna carry him.
The Bloodline bitch is Byron Saxton.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I honestly, Solo with all four would be pretty cool too, though.
I can see Solo with all four.
Solo one on each shoulder and wearing two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Roman already has two for his.
Yeah, Roman's like, I don't even want to hold these.
Yeah.
Roman's like, I used to just to prove a point. Solo, you can have all the
Pretty
gold.
much.
Rub it in the face of the older brothers.
Exactly. I think it's. I mean, this is of all the main events. Of all the bigger matches, this is the one that's probably the most unpredictable. Because either Sammy and Kevin weasel their way, or Roman and Solo win these belts. I'm gonna go with a disaster scenario as Roman and Solo win these tag belts.
Yeah, but here's the ripple, right? The Usos help them win the belts, and Roman gets mad at the Usos for helping.
Yeah, there we go.
Ultimate gaslighting, right? Which we'll call it the manipulation and gaslighting. And Jay's like, what do you want me to do, Us? I want to help you, Us.
Yeah.
And then like, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do?
I'm not gonna lie, your Jey Uso might be a lot better than your Roman.
I did it for you. Like,
oh my God! So yeah, I'm gonna.
like honestly though, like, what do you want me to do, Roman? I helped you, but I get mad at me helping you. I didn't help you, but mad at me for not helping you. So I think that could be a thing. You know, the Usos help him win. Roman's just like, I told you to stay in the back.
Yeah, I think that'll be a thing. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bloodline. Bloodline almost has all the gold.
Dude, never go against Roman winning. I mean, here's the thing, dude. Roman hasn't lost anything since Baron Corbin in 2019.
Yeah, let's not tell Baron about that either.
Like any match Roman has been involved in, he has won.
That's true. So this might be an LOL Roman wins moment again.
I can't see him being made to look weak in any way, shape, or form. And even like if he's on a losing team, obviously he's not going to get pinned.
If he loses, it's Solo's taking that loss.
Solo's going to get pinned. Fine, but I can't see one blemish on this title run until he loses the belts. I don't see one. Not
the only cop out he has is that he did mention I'm a singles competitor. That is his one cop out.
Dude, he could win the belts, come on SmackDown, and be like, I don't even want these fucking things.
Maybe we need Roman to win so that they have so many damn belts that he has to unify and create new tag belts. Like, could you imagine?
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm a good guy. I got these new tag belts for everybody.
I'm running out of limbs to carry belts on.
Oh my god. Did you see his new shirt?
Sammy's not pitting Roman Mr. Fritz. Stop
Did you
it.
see?
No, I didn't.
So it's Roman's new shirt is life's not fair, but I'm still, and it has a picture of a goat on it. It's funnier in person.
It's better. It's better than his God.
God
shirt.
mode.
It should have been God. Yeah, God mode. It's like different level. It's like it's go out.
Yeah, God mode's better.
Yeah, but it's you can't just do greatness on, and then forget
well,
the
you
A,
never do
and forget
articles. You
level.
never do articles when you're doing abbreviations.
It should be Goddle then.
Gotta.
Well, what'd you do on
No,
then?
on you don't do short. So it's like.
So why is O on?
My fault.
Why do you do
You're
O?
right.
Not
Yeah, greatness. It's usually never mind. It's just the article. It's like a, the, and that shit. So yeah, greatness on a different level. Should be Goddle, but I think God was better.
I mean, I got what they were going for. It was just like the grammatically didn't make sense.
It's fine. It's wrestling. Not a lot of this makes sense. But yeah, Bloodline all day. Moving on. Becky and Trish are also going to be in this in a really weird graphic for them. You totally see it was like they tried to de-age Trish's face on this thing. But this was a rivalry or a match that I was really into, and then the contract signing happened, and Becky brought up the Trish getting on all fours and barking like a dog moment. I'm like, oh, we've got something here now.
Now, I mean, when his feud first started, I was like very meh. And now I'm like, all right, Becky, you maybe want to watch it kick some ass.
Yeah, no, I'm all for this. I'm all for this, and we know for right now Trish is a full-time wrestler. Again, I don't think she's leaving after.
No, she's
not. Well, she was drafted, which makes her full-time. I do not believe she's leaving after Night of Champions.
Hey. The Stevenson guy was drafted to Raw in the last draft. He didn't do anything. Gable
He's
Stevenson,
still in college.
He was drafted to Raw. I know, but he was drafted to Raw.
He's
and
still
didn't
in
do
college.
Anything.
It's the same thing.
He's going back to amateur. He's going back to
amateur. Same thing
wrestling.
with the MLB draft.
Yeah, then why
I don't know. Ask Major League Baseball. That's your sport.
That's what I mean. Why they
so you can have the rights to them.
Why they drafted Raw just to not appear on Raw?
Yeah, I don't know. Drafts are weird.
That's my point. Just because she was drafted doesn't mean she's going to be around for the next 6 months.
I didn't say 6 months, but I don't think she's going anywhere after Night of Champions.
How long does she stick around for then? SummerSlam?
I'd see her do a SummerSlam run, yeah. Yeah, I see her do a SummerSlam run. For her winning, I mean, based on the theory of opposite momentum that I've lauded here for like the entire life of my time on this podcast, I would say Trish wins because Becky fucking owned Trish last night or a couple nights ago on Raw.
You're also in
Trish
Saudi
wins.
Arabia.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Give the fans something happy. You know, the fans waited 20 years to see Trish, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trish. I think Trish wins. I agree.
Becky.
Some shenanigans. Pulls the tights. Grabs a booty.
maybe Trish pulls a Mickey James.
Oh, I got it. Low blow.
No. Trish pulls a Mickey James from WrestleMania 23. Grabs her on the crotch. Remember?
That's right. Dude, I think it'd be really funny if Trish gave a low blow and Becky sold it like she had balls. She is the man.
Well, no, haven't they had women sell low blows like they have balls before in the past? I feel like they did during the Attitude Era a lot.
It'd be really funny if they did. I mean, it still hurts.
It's gotta hurt.
I'm assuming getting kicked in the twat doesn't feel
good. Not at all. But yeah, Trish is winning. Trish is going to win by nefarious means. Shout out to Dave. Moving on.
Yes. Oh,
yeah, right? The Intercontinental Championship is on the line with free agent Mustafa Ali winning the Battle Royal to go up against Gunther. Again, Mustafa Ali is also going to Saudi Arabia to fight. Okay.
I thought he's been there before, no?
He has.
Like multiple times.
I don't remember because I feel like he abstained a lot of the time.
What is his national?
Muslim.
I thought he was Middle Eastern.
Well, no, his religion is Muslim. I don't know what his.
Muslim. And a Muslim isn't directed towards one country. Stupid me.
I don't know exactly what his ethnicity is.
I thought he always got the Saudi push.
No, that's Mansoor.
Mansoor's a gay gimmick, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always thought Ali Mustafa got like a Saudi push as well.
I don't remember. I mean, I feel like he has. I just he hasn't had a match that stuck out to me. Um, I'm interested to see how this match goes for him. I don't think he's winning.
I just think it's hilarious. He's a freak.
Yeah.
No, of course he's not winning. He hasn't done. Dude, here's the thing about this kind of thing. It's like say, or when they did do a Mansoor, right, or Mansoor. Say it was Mansoor, and he won that battle royal out of nowhere. To make this more believable, Ali, Mansoor, whoever you want to make that Saudi push, like the same thing with like what's her name, Zelina Vega in Puerto Rico. They should have, like, if you knew that you're going to Puerto Rico or you know you're going to Saudi Arabia and you want to push that hometown hero, they should be on TV being built for
which
months.
is what yeah. I mean, they never really did it with Mansoor. He kind of just showed up and he was like, he's essentially.
Yeah.
It's the big joke is he's like the Goldberg in Saudi Arabia, like he never loses.
Yeah. But they could have done the same thing with Ali since pre-WrestleMania. Like this, win the I know Bobby Lashley had to win the Andre, but he could have won the Andre. He could have had a few big matches on Raw and then win the Battle Royal to make me think he actually has a chance against Gunther. Because now it's just like
he's been doing a lot of
backstage
backstage packages. I mean, he was in the ring a couple of times, but it's a lot more him like backstage trying to he's kind of like trying to find another character again, which is okay, cool and dandy. I've always been a big Mustafa fan, especially after I think we met him in New Orleans, hungover. Super nice guy. I always wish him the best. That Money in the Bank when Brock came back really fucked him over.
Oh yeah, Brock murdered the fuck out of him.
I just want for him to put on a competitive match with Gunther. Like I don't want.
And the match is going to be great. That's not my problem. I'm saying there's no build and there's no believability.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
And it's not that hard to do that. Like WWE doesn't know how to really build
that are not in like the
anymore.
top. I mean, but then again, you can argue that they did a shit job building Charlotte and Rhea, and they tore the house down at Mania.
Agreed. Yeah, they did, but it still did a shit job building it. But also that's two established stars.
Yeah, which is crazy that you couldn't, build two established stars. And
like when Ali loses this match, he's gonna go back to obscurity until the next time.
It might also depend on how the match goes. Maybe something big comes from this. I don't know. I'm interested by it. Like I said, Gunther's gonna win. But I'm interested to see how this plays out for Mustafa. And essentially, can he win in a loss? It's going to be hard because Gunther's so fucking dominant.
No, I don't think he could win no loss because he's lost plenty of times and hasn't gotten anything from it.
Sometimes it just takes one match to change a perspective, but we'll see what happens here. Moving on. Hey, WrestleMania rematch. Asuka versus Bianca. This is a match because it's Night of Champions. Again, I don't know where you go from this. Bianca's winning, which is a shame for Asuka, because ever since she's pretty much revamped the Kana gimmick, which by the way, Will, she puts on that makeup by herself before every event.
How?
I watched a video of her doing it because WWE released it. Yeah, it's absurd that process of putting on all of that.
You know how long it takes.
I don't know. I can tell you it took a long time because it was a time lapse video.
I said it's a time lapse of 5 minutes.
All I hope for this, Bianca's winning, but all I hope for this is that they put on a better show than they did at WrestleMania, which actually wasn't a bad match. It just there was nothing there for it.
Yeah, agreed.
So great. Let's move on because we got a lot of people to go to. Oh yeah, and also Natty and Rhea are a thing. So Rhea versus Natty for the SmackDown Women's title.
Who cares?
Rhea's winning. This is why it's the final match on the card. The final match that we're going through on the card. Rhea's winning. Natty. I mean, speaking of people who are not even on TV, Natty's barely. Mustafa's on TV more than Natty.
Yeah, where'd Natty come from?
I don't fucking remember. She came in for the save for when Rhea was beating up somebody, and that's how the match came to be.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I love Natty. I think she's great. I think she's always been kind of. They don't use Natty to the most of her abilities a lot of the time, but we'll see what happens with her and Rhea. We'll see, but Rhea's winning. It's clear that's all that matters. So that ends our first event that we're going through, Night of Champions. Again, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday from Saudi Arabia. Make sure you have all of your snackies and stuff for it. And then you can go out and finish the rest of your day for Night of Champions. But big question is, how good will this premium live event be? 1 Crowns being bad, 10 Crowns being the best show ever. I'm going to go first. I'm going to say, outside of the 3 quote-unquote marquee or main event matches, it is a toss-up. For most of these other matches, it is a big toss-up because a lot of the other matches are really fucking obvious. But I'm going to go... Fretz is going to say a 1. It's not going to be a... Oh, no, it's a 7. My fault, Fretz. I corrected it to 7. I'm going to go 7.5.
I'm going to go straight 7. Me and Fretz are in agreement.
Yeah. I know some of them, but then again, it's all going to... The marquee matches are going to be marquee, and I think they're going to live up to their expectations. It's always going to be about that undercard. And see what happens. But I'm going to go 7.5. Will says 7. Frat says 7. Let's move on to AEW Double or Nothing. One of their 4 major pay-per-views throughout the year. Because it's really weird, and I was thinking about this, Will. AEW has a lot of their bigger events, like Double or Nothing, All In, all around the summertime. Like, there's really nothing in the middle outside of, like, Full Gear's in the fall. So you have Double or Nothing now. All In's going to be in like June, July, I believe. Full Gear's in what? September? And then Revolution is what, February?
February, yeah.
For some reason, it doesn't feel like it's always that spaced out. Maybe because they announced All In and they've been really talking about All In Wembley Stadium, which apparently has to be their WrestleMania. But Double or Nothing's right here, but next thing you know, you're going to blink and it's All In.
This podcast I listened to the other day had a great joke. They should do... Every year they should do All In, then 9 months later do All Out.
Yeah. And they should...
No, you missed the joke there, Ricky. You do All In.
Yeah.
And then you do All Out.
9 months All Out. Ah, gotcha. Okay.
It's a sex joke.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's great. But be that as it may, they always load up these events that they have, and they make it seem, it's kind of my issue with this, because even though Wembley Stadium is their big thing, every AEW pay-per-view, since there's so little of them, there's 4, are always these WrestleMania level things, which really kind of screws me up, because I'm like, which one's the big event? But we now know it's All In. But for instance, they're doing a lot. They have a fan fest. Again, Saturday, May 27th fan fest from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. because Double or Nothing is going to be Saturday at 8, which is going to include the likes of these people. Upper Deck is going to be there because people still buy cards. The Road to Double or Nothing apparently is a show. It's going to be at the MGM Grand Conference Center. All Elite Arcade for AEW games because guess what, Will? AEW Fight Forever is coming out next month.
I heard it has a release date. Is it June or July?
It is June 27th.
I can't wait to not buy it.
Mm-hmm. It's $60 on all platforms. And the graphics look not promising, I'm not going to lie. They're going to do AEW Unrestricted Live, All Elite Arcade. Ryan Nemeth is going to do a comedy show because the Zigglers love to do comedy shows. Ryan Nemeth is Dolph Ziggler's younger brother. And AEW Q&A hosted by RJ City. Again, folks, that is FanFest. On top of FanFest, they are going to have a bunch of meet and greets. Also, Saturday, May 27th, I believe at the MGM Grand from 11 to 12:30, you can meet Hangman Page, Jungle Jack Perry, FTR, Jade Cargill, The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, and Wardlow. And then at the next session from 12:45 to 2:15, you can meet the Hardy Boys. Surprisingly enough, they'll be available. John Moxley, Brian Danielson, Claudia Castagnoli, and Wheeler Yuta, not Kyle from Apron Bump, the real Wheeler Yuta, Darby Allin, and everybody's favorite hater, the AEW Women's Champion, Jamie Hayter, at the third session of the meet and greets from 2:30 to 4. You can meet Anna Jay, Sammy, and Tamello, the Jericho Appreciation Side of JES, House of Black, Tony Storm, Roddy Strong, because Roddy needs to do something. And then on the final session, Saturday, May 27th, from 4:15 to 5:45, you can meet the Lucha Bros, Ruby Soho, Adam Cole, Bebe, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, because obviously Adam Cole's right there, Orange Cassidy, and the Switchblade Jay White. So there's a lot going on for this weekend for AEW Double or Nothing that's not in the ring. And before we go into editing, well, I do need to ask you, did you hear about what happened to Matt Hardy?
No, what happened to Matt Hardy?
Someone hacked his Twitter like 2 weeks ago while he was on TV at Rampage.
Oh no, shit! What'd they say?
Everything. Just look it up.
They just call Lita a cunt 8,000 times in a row.
One of the tweets that was really popular, he's like, not gonna lie, if I was Edge, I'd bang Lita too. I'm not. He tried to hit on Rebby, his wife.
Oh man.
And then they posted a tweet that was like, hey, sorry guys, I just got hacked. It's all under control. I'm going to take care of this right now. And then the next week was like, psych, still me.
Psych, still me.
Yeah.
How the hell they got it?
I don't know, but they were having a field day.
Dude, what would you tweet if you had... Okay, pick a wrestler and what would you tweet?
Pick a wrestler and what would I tweet?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. I got to pick... You know what it is? Just because I'm petty, it'd probably be Giovanni Vinci.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good.
It'd probably be Giovanni Vinci. Just because of what happened in New Orleans.
Man.
I would...
I might have to take the Velveteen Dream then.
Oh, that's just cruel.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just cruel.
I just need to copy. I just need to go into a drafts folder and hit send.
You know what? I might actually, if I was being really petty, maybe I'd hack Hulk's Twitter.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, because all you gotta do, you can say whatever you want and then just put HH at the end, and everybody thinks it's him.
Yeah, I might. You know what, dude? No, I take the Iron Sheik.
You're just gonna write in all caps the whole time.
Yeah, I just write like in a calm, soothing, normal voice. I pooped today. Poop emoji. HH. Iron Sheik.
Iron Sheik.
That motherfucker Hulk Hogan tweet. Dude, Sheik tweets are the best.
Oh, I love Sheik. It's like I love the Iron Sheik and I love Wendy's tweets.
Or maybe I'd hack Vince McMahon back. You know what? I did pay for it, and I do it again. In fact, I did it today.
Because you know Vince doesn't run his own Twitter account.
No, not a chance.
Not a chance. No chance in hell. No pun intended. But moving on, AEW does have a pretty loaded gimmick fest of a pay-per-view for Double or Nothing, starting with the Four Pillars AEW World Championship match: Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara versus AEW World Champion MJF. Fatal 4-way. For the AEW World title vis-a-vis quote-unquote pillars of AEW, finally getting what the Marks won, a fatal 4-way. So tell me, Will, why MJF is still going to retain?
Oh, because he's way better than all of them.
Yeah.
Like, he's a main eventer. The other three aren't. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Not to mean they aren't going to be in the future. I think it's a good spot for all of them. Like, if you have nobody to actually legitimately challenge for MJF, yeah, do something like this and build somebody. I don't think this is a knock on all the other three guys. It's just it's not believable that any of you are going to win, and that's okay. MJF is just that good.
Comparatively, yes.
Yes,
comparatively. Yeah.
Also, Jungle Boy Jack Perry. I don't know if you know this, Ricky. He hates press.
Really?
He really hates Billy Gunn.
Why?
So there were clips that came out of him at Comic-Con and like doing a Q&A session, and someone asked him, was just like, if you were dying and had to watch one last wrestling match, what would it be? And he's like, if you're on your deathbed, what wrestling match would you watch? And Jungle Boy goes, man, if I'm on my deathbed, I gotta tell you, I'm definitely not watching wrestling. Like, that was his answer. And then like it's just like, okay. And it's just like, what good advice have you had? And he's like, yeah, you know what? I kind of learned sometimes you just don't take advice. Like, sometimes Billy Gunn telling you not to do flips isn't what you want to hear before you go for a match. And it's just like, whoa! And someone else is just like, would you want to feud with CM Punk? And he was just like, yeah, you know, I don't know.
This is why Jack Perry can't be world champion just right now.
Just completely. And this is at Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's not like it's a nothing con. Like, this is Comic-Con.
Yeah. Oh, fuck! I lost a button. It's completely uninterested.
Oh, so he pulled a Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it was not a good look for him. It's like, dude, like I understand you hate doing press. Like I would hate doing press too. Like he just wants to go in the ring and do cool shit. That's fine. But bro, if you want to be a main eventer, you have to learn how to
Yeah.
do press. You gotta humor some
Yeah, I
people.
mean, take The Miz. The Miz is the perfect press person.
Yes. I also saw he passed Dolph Ziggler's most losing
Did he
wrestler ever.
really?
So he lost his 1300th
Good
match the other
job,
day.
Miz. Congratulations.
Also, you know his win percentage is like 30%.
First ever two-time Grand Slam champion.
Isn't that nuts that a first
30%
Hall of
win
Famer,
percentage,
without
yeah.
question, has a 30% win percentage? So wins and
No,
losses
they
don't
don't.
matter.
They don't at all. Yeah, MJF's going to
Probably.
win. Darby Allin's going to jump up something really, really ridiculous. Sting might get involved because why the fuck not?
Would you want to see an MJF
No.
Sting match? I kind
I
of do.
don't. I don't want Sting to die in the ring at this point.
I kind of do.
Like it's like he's getting the flair levels of still wrestling. Like stop. Like really, really stop. Also, speaking of flair levels of wrestling and old people and HH, Hulk Hogan. This has nothing to do with AEW, but it also came to mind that I discovered today. Hulk Hogan went on someone's show and was like, he never actually had an official retirement match, and he would do a retirement match at WrestleMania 40 in Philly if Stone Cold agreed to it.
Oh my God. We're getting floor seats if that's happening, Ricky. I gotta tell you, dude, I don't care if they're coming if Hulk Hogan's in a wheelchair. I want to see that match. Stone Cold be like, well, goddamn, kid, let's some boots. You think Stone Cold would do it?
No,
Probably not.
No.
Dude, he just stuns him and turns to dust.
That'd be the best ending in WrestleMania history. He gets turned to dust like the Avengers in Infinity War. It just totally snaps from existence.
Austin just snaps, and Hulk Hogan's like, Hulk Hogan like grows hair again. Like it's the opposite.
He's like,
becomes
Vince,
young.
I don't feel so good.
He hulks up.
Oh my god, that would be horrible. But yeah, no, I don't want to see Sting in this at all. Sammy Guevara will probably do work something cool, but MJF's gonna find a way to weasel his way to win. Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, this whole card is very gimmicky, but this is going to be. I don't know how you.
Shock.
Yeah. It's gimmick mania for this card, which is kind of my take away from the whole premise of a lot of your stories. Even though AEW is more gimmick than story, but let's move on. Speaking of gimmicks, Anarchy in the Arena is also happening on this card. So let's keep tally here, folks. We got a fatal 4-way for the world title. We have Anarchy in the Arena. Just because, essentially the Blackpool Combat Club, Moxley, Claudio, who's in ROH, by the way, who's in ROH as the world champion, Bryan Danielson, Wheeler Yuta, not Kyle from Apron Bomb, versus the revamped Elite, Kenny, the Bucks, and one-eyed Hangman Adam Page, who's doing a horrible Nick Fury impression. This is going to be a thing. Doesn't even matter who wins.
I'm thinking about Austin and Hogan again. And what I want to happen, remember when like Piper was like, "Are you going to fight Andre?" And Hogan was just like, "Yes."
Yes, I remember that.
I want like the Kevin Owens show, and Austin just goes, Kevin Owens goes, "So you're going to fight Hogan?" And Austin looks around and just goes, "Yes."
I look back at those old Hogan segments. I'm like, this guy was the most popular person in pop culture.
Yeah, this balded up, roided out weirdo of an orange man
Was the most popular person in pop
running
culture.
on Flintstones vitamins and Jesus prayers. Like
Yeah,
what?
this is the guy. This was the guy.
That was the guy, man. The 80s were a weird time. Oh yeah, this match, the Elite wins. Sure, why not?
Yeah, give them something to do. They're not going for titles. I'm fine with the Elite winning. I guess. I don't even know what's going on. It's going to be actually, you know what? Fuck it. I want to see them fight on the strip.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That would pop me.
That'd be cool.
If for somehow they manage to coordinate with like Las Vegas police and they're able to block off the strip by the MGM Grand for them to like start fighting in it, sold all day.
They're afraid of police, but guys, we have enough going on. This is
Seriously,
fucking
guys,
Vegas.
come on. The Raiders are here. Like, what do you expect? Like, come on, guys. Yeah, no. If they fight on the Las Vegas Strip, all for it. Moving on. Again, another gimmicky match. So we have Anarchy in the Arena, a Fatal 4-Way. Now we have an officially unsanctioned match, which is actually going to a contract signing tonight. Again, really funny because the rules don't exist in wrestling. Chris Jericho versus Adam Cole, Bebe, in an unofficial, unsanctioned match, which again, like I said, they're signing a contract for tonight on AEW.
We're signing a contract for a match that doesn't exist, technically. Wow.
Yes. Wrestling, folks.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. They shouldn't call it a contract signing. They should call it a waiver signing.
Hold harmless agreement or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that would make sense. Like, it's not a contract. Well, I guess a waiver is technically a contract.
Sure.
So, yeah, I mean, fine, but there's better ways to word this. I know I'm nitpicking here, but...
No, I agree with
yeah,
you. Like, why are you having a contract signing for a match that's unsanctioned? Like, Gargano and Ciampa didn't have a contract signing for an unsanctioned match.
Yeah, like you need Tony Khan out there, guys. It's so you both can't sue me or the company. Sign it.
Yeah, boom, and walk away.
That's what it should be. It's
Yeah.
like you can call it a contract if you want, but that needs to be made clear that hey, you can't sue AEW because it's unsanctioned.
Yeah, hold harmless agreement. So yeah, I mean,
Adam Cole.
yeah, Adam Cole wins. Jericho,
This is his first match in how long?
who knows? There's a rumor about Adam Cole, MJF maybe the next big feud, which I'm all here for.
I'm all here for that as well. That'd be cool.
Yeah, because Adam Cole, unlike most of MJF's other opponents, Adam Cole could tear him down on the mic if he wanted to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Karrion Kross hasn't been the same since.
Oh yeah. that is very true. Wow.
Yeah, just remember that, folks. Karrion Kross hasn't been the same since. Okay, just if MJF's smart, he wouldn't make fun of the fact that Adam Cole's not that tall. But MJF's probably not going to be that smart. And Adam Cole's probably going to toast him. But yeah, Adam Cole wins this. Hopefully he goes on to face MJF in an unsanctioned match. Again, another gimmick. From another gimmick to an actual not gimmicky match. It's just for the world title. Everybody's favorite hater, AEW World Champion Jamie Hayter, who people just fucking adore, versus the Outcast, Toni Storm, going to get her title again, I guess. This is actually, if you remember our American blonde friend Claire, this is like actually her favorite wrestler. So if we hit up Claire, she'd probably be like, Toni Storm's gonna win, which actually might be a viable option.
I'm gonna go with Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Saraya and her faction need a little something.
They need to do something.
Put some heat on them. Getting the title win, sure.
Yeah. People love Hayter, so it'd be good for her to lose right now at this time.
I'm gonna try and actually watch this card, hopefully.
Yeah, you can find a good stream somewhere. I know you're not gonna go to the movies for it.
It's a matter of I gotta watch it on Tuesday.
Yeah, or watch it on Monday. You're not doing. No one's working. Are you working?
I'm
Monday?
driving on Monday.
Oh yeah, have fun with that shit. But yeah, I'll go Tony for this. I'll agree with the American Blonde Claire. Shout out to the American Blonde Claire. We need to.
Shout out Claire.
Yeah, I thought about getting her on the show, especially for this AEW segment, but we were under the premise that we were gonna have Kay, but it happens. We'll bring back Claire. Because I know Claire was a very beloved guest by a lot of people. So we'll bring Claire back at some point. Okay, also, another semi-non-gimmicky match. AEW World Tag Team Championship. FTR versus Team former ROH and Team former Impact. Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett and their Goonies with special guest referee Mark Briscoe. Why Mark's here? Not exactly sure. Why Jeff Jarrett's still wrestling? Again, not exactly sure, but they're going up against FTR in a regular AEW World Tag Team match.
God, just when I was ready to watch this card, Jeff Jarrett's on it. I hate Jeff Jarrett, dude. I can't do it.
I know you do. His father was a genius.
It's not even his fault. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Jeff Jarrett has a very punchable face.
Ain't great?
Ain't I great? No, you suck. That's why you couldn't keep a job for more than a year in the Attitude Era. You kept bouncing back and forth because you suck.
You really do have a disdain for Jeff Jarrett.
You know what it is? It's the tassels. I hated his gear.
Oh, okay. But like the Bucks wore tassels all the time.
You had to be there, man. You had to watch it.
Okay, all right. I'll.
He was really bad. He was really bad in WCW, and he wasn't too bad in WWE. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he was a pretty good heel in WWE in his prime with him and Deborah, and all of that stuff. But FTR's winning this.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like the next time FTR loses is when they'll retire. That's my
Is that
thought.
MVP behind Jarrett? Who's
No,
that?
no, I don't know. It's
Is that MVP and Bad Bunny?
no. Bad Bunny's not that big.
That's the basketball player, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's the dude that had the really crappy debut on Dynamite.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, they're rolling with Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal now because whatever, it's a thing. It's a thing. You know how bad ROH is? Jay Lethal's not even in ROH. Jay Lethal's on AEW. Okay, let's put that into perspective. All right.
He's like, hey man, I've done my time.
Oh my god. All right, let's move on to, again, another gimmicky match on Double or Nothing. The TNT Championship, because I forgot that they named the title after a network. Actually, you know what? Put the TNT title to World Champion status when Collision happens. Damn it, that's what I want.
They named it after 2 networks. It's also a TBS title.
Well, that's, yeah, again, when Collision comes to TNT on Saturdays, put the TNT Championship to World title status. Anywho.
It's a ladder match?
It's a ladder match between...
Who has the belt?
Wardlow versus Christian. Wardlow is the champion.
But who has Wardlow's
Wardlow's the reigning champion. Christian, who also has Luchasaurus in as like his heavy.
You know what? Christian wins. Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, get Wardlow the hell out of there. Get him out of there.
Yeah, I want to know what happened to Wardlow. Like, why did the crowd just stop caring about Wardlow?
No. Christian has also been a next level heel on AEW, especially the shit he was pulling with Jack Perry.
Yeah.
So
shit about fucking his mom was pretty good.
Yeah,
too.
that was pretty wild. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Christian wins this, because I mean Christian is pretty much the king of ladder, one of the kings of ladder matches. Look at his TLC dates with Edge; they never fucking lost one. You know,
they won all 3 of them.
Yeah, so it's be interesting here, and also big men don't do well in ladder matches, like ever.
Because they shouldn't be in them.
Yeah, it's like.
You know, Hulk Hogan's never been in a ladder match.
Could you imagine his gangly ass in like a ladder match?
Dude, he did drop a leg.
He'd break somebody's neck.
He'd break his back.
Back, hip, everybody's dead after that move. Okay, like Hulk Hogan's a big man, and no, he's not doing a ladder. Not doing a ladder leg spot. But yeah, Christian Cage wins this. Move on. TBS Championship. Again, another title named after a network. Jade Cargill, who's still undefeated, by the way. And not as an impressive run as Goldberg. Going up against Taya Valkyrie. Does Taya actually take this off of Jade?
Oh yeah, she was in NXT. Wasn't she?
Yes, she was Frankie Monet for a hot second.
Frankie,
with the fucking dog.
She got done dirty.
Yeah,
dude.
Mrs. John Morrison.
Yeah, dude. You're oh, you mean Johnny Elite?
Is it Johnny Elite now?
When he debuted in AEW for like 2 minutes, it's Johnny Elite. Oh yeah, Jade wins. Look at that fucking picture, dude. Look at those fucking biceps.
Yeah. I am a big Jade Cargill fan. I think she's fantastic.
God, her and Nyla Rose would have a mean sex tape.
Yeah, it comes to a point where Jade either just needs to relinquish this belt and move on to bigger and better things, like that World Championship.
Like WWE?
Or WWE, yeah. Yeah, seriously. Honestly, could you imagine Jade versus Bianca?
Oh, yeah, imagine that sex tape.
That would be phenomenal. Because to be honest with you, if WWE pulled a wild thing, which I don't think they have, because I think Jade's under contract for a good amount of time. But could you imagine Jade dethrones Bianca? Because it would make the logical sense in the world. Because Jade is just as athletic as Bianca is, and kind of would play like the heel Bianca.
It just depends. It depends how long her contract is at AEW.
Yeah, but
honestly, they probably signed her to an extension not too long ago. If I would.
Yeah, because if I were her, I would be like, get me out. You're not giving me... If I were Jade, I'd be like, you're not giving me the women's world title? I'm not even going to get a shot. I'm not even going to be in a storyline for it. Yeah, I'm out. You're going to put it on Hater? Hater over me. Yeah.
Look at that titty, though.
Like, you're gonna put a Hater in everybody on that belt and not me? I might be out. You know. But that's just me. But Jade Cargill wins. This might even open up the show because Jade is also really good at entrances during the big events. Remember that one time she came out as like the Hulk?
Yeah, they still the baddies with her.
I wouldn't be surprised. Again, another great part of her gimmick, the baddies and the baddies section. She markets herself without AEW.
She's very smart.
Yeah. Very smart, very intelligent woman, and her, she is a sweetheart to meet. Moving on to, again, here's another gimmick, folks. The AEW International Championship will be in a Blackjack Battle Royal. So the Battle Royal this year for Double or Nothing is going to be for the AEW International Championship, formerly known as the All-Atlantic title, which I forgot how funny it was when they first said it All-Atlantic.
I thought they changed the name.
Yeah, because they changed it to the International because they probably figured how fucking stupid the All-Atlantic title was. But Orange Cassidy still holds his belt. He's going to put in a battle royal. Does Orange Cassidy come out alive with this belt still intact as the winner?
Yeah, unless like someone debuts and they win it,
Which is totally possible with AEW.
This would a debut that isn't CM Punk happens.
Okay, well, it'd be like, oh, watch it be Enzo.
Oh my God!
Watch it be Enzo.
I hope it is Enzo. Again, dude, imagine if Roman wins a tag belts and Enzo wins a belt in the same weekend. Twitter, wrestling like this cease to exist, dude.
I might need to check up on Mance if that happens.
Yeah, and Hulk Hogan wrestles Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, woo!
Oh my God! Yeah, I think Orange Cassidy continues this reign of a non-influential title that they just gave to him because fans like him. Although I will say this, I did see some screenshots of Orange Cassidy in AEW Fight Forever, and he can wrestle and do wrestling moves with his hands in his pants and pin people with his hands in his pants.
That's pretty cool.
And I might buy the game just for that because that's
a pretty neat gimmick. Not
that
gonna
is pretty impressive. So that is all we have for Double or Nothing. Again, gimmicky as all hell, which I do think kind of does water down some of your bigger matches with all these other gimmick matches. Pacing and match placement are going to be really, really key here because I don't know how they're going to fucking do that. Because AEW, if you watch an AEW event, there's usually carnage in like every match. Especially for their pay-per-view events. With that being said, I think you have it in Vegas. Vegas is usually Spectacle City. I think it's a good place to have it in the MGM Grand. They're going to have a pretty fun weekend, I believe. There's a lot of stuff going on with AEW right now, especially moving towards the summer season with Collision and All In. They got to put on a really, really big event. I think this will be a solid 8, all things considered.
Yeah, 7. I don't watch AEW anymore, so 7 it is.
It'll drop to like a 5 if they fuck up the finish, like they have been known to do at major events, like the exploding barbed wire death match, which apparently is also a mode in Fight Forever.
Oh, I can do it right.
They'll still have crappy explosions.
It's just Justin Roberts going.
By the way, the new Mortal Kombat trailer is fucking amazing. Not the movie, the video game. Fucking phenomenal. Good job, go Yankton. Good job to Volpe with his first walk off. By the way, last night. Moving on to our final show, which we're going to kind of speed through because we are getting a little bit long in the tooth. NXT Battleground, coming from Will's home state of Massachusetts, on UMass at the Tsongas Center. Place that WWE
is it Amherst or is UMass?
I don't fucking remember. It's a place where they've been before. It's one of the places where I think it's the place where Samoa Joe won the NXT title randomly on like a house show from Finn. Back in Massachusetts before. It looks kind of like a theater setting. Like I said, they've used it plenty of times before. WWE has been there for events before as well. So it's a pretty consistent WWE location, NXT or main roster in of itself. So we're going to run through some of these stuff because I know a lot of you guys don't always watch NXT, but we are going to go through all the matches, which actually is going to be a pretty entertaining card, all things considered. Of course, we're going to have Carmelo Hayes versus heel Braun Breaker. Fucking finally, Will. Heel Braun Breaker is so fucking exciting. Because all he does, he goes out on NXT every week and ruins a match. He just goes and spears everybody. whole time. This is Carmelo Hayes's hometown or home state of Massachusetts. He's the last.
Yes, it's UMass Lowell.
Is UMass Lowell? Okay.
Yeah, dude, it's like probably 20 minutes from New Hampshire.
Well, anyway, this is the home location of Carmelo Hayes. We've been doing a lot of press in the greater Boston area, leading up to this. He's one of the people that we sponsored in this final match before he went to NXT, so I'm happy that he's doing well. Very nice guy. I don't know if we're going to do the hometown curse for him, but it's looking like it. It is looking like it, which is fine. This is the second of their bouts, so I wouldn't be surprised if this goes 2 or 3 somewhere down the road. I'm very interested to see where this goes. Moving on, the NXT Women's title was vacated by Indy Hartwell, who got drafted, unlike the NXT Women's Tag Champions, who still hold the NXT Tag titles on SmackDown, by the way. But the NXT Women's title was vacated. They held a tournament for it. You have Lyra Valkyrie versus Tiffany Stratton, a.k.a. Trish Stratus 2.0, with much more athleticism than Trish. That is going to be a toss-up to crown a completely brand new Women's World Champion, because Cora Jade got lost, and everybody's favorite bubby little 21-year-old Roxanne Perez also lost. But there is a one catch here, Will, with this. There has been a mystery person that comes out in all black the past couple of weeks on NXT and has been taking out a lot of the female talent.
Oh, it's me.
I don't think it's you.
Do I take them out to a nice dinner? I pay. I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
And then we go back and we just do anal.
Yeah, I'm sure that's exactly what the case is. So here's the thing: this person in black always keeps on taking people out. So I speculate, because this is also going to be this Sunday at 8:00. So it's going to be WWE is counter programming Double or Nothing, and NXT Battleground is a lot more accessible than Double or Nothing. These are both going to be Sunday night at 8. Both of these events, Double or Nothing and Battleground. But so here's my this is absolutely wild left field. Twitter will also explode if this happens. What if the person in black attacking all the female talent? What if it's Tessa Blanchard?
Oh yeah. oh yeah.
She's back. She's back to wrestling again, by the way.
Dude, here's our wrestling threesome. We got Roman winning the tag belts.
Okay, one.
We have, what was one AEW?
Enzo wins the All International title.
And then Tessa Blanchard at NXT.
Yes, all of it.
There's your wrestling threesome, dude.
All of it.
Oh.
Listen, if Roman wins the tag titles on Saturday, I'm texting you and saying 1 of 1. 1 of 3 is complete.
Manny Fournette. It would not be a meltdown. That would be a cum shot. The word you're looking for is cum shot.
Listen, if it's Tessa, Lord Almighty, I'm watching NXT just for the controversy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. CM Punk coming back, be like, who gives a shit? And then Monday night we announce Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold WrestleMania 40. That is just, that's round 2. We're not even going to clean up. We're not even going to clean up. That cum truck can stay in the sheets, baby.
Shout out Manny, by the way. Thank you for joining us, Manny. Moving on in NXT, the North American Championship is going to be Wesley versus Joe Gacy, who is secretly really fucking talented, versus Tyler Bate in a triple threat match, which I'm very excited for. Don't be surprised if Joe Gacy takes that one, because Wesley's kind of getting stale, and Tyler Bate's still in his mid-20s at this point, which is gross.
I like that picture of Joe Gacy. Talk about a cum shot. It's like he's king.
Joe Gacy is, I think, an underrated person in NXT. We've seen Joe Gacy when he was on Evolve.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, he was part of it. Was him, Swerve, and Eddie Kingston as the Unwanted.
Yes. Oh my God. He was part of the ECW show, right? The ECW arena.
Yes, I want to say he was. Yeah.
Like, I think Eddie Kingston cut a promo on Paul Heyman with those two behind him.
Yeah, it was. Shotzi was also in the Evolve show as well.
Yes.
She flew through a fucking thing of chairs and bloodied herself up.
God, dude, that was such a great show.
Oh, so much. I gotta find it on Peacock if they still have it. That was a really fun show.
It's got to be there.
Yeah, AR Fox and Leon Ruff were on there.
A lot of the Evolves are on Peacock.
Yeah, because WWE owns them or bought their library.
Yeah, I miss. I'm gonna keep saying.
I know
that.
I miss Evolve so much.
I should just message Andrew Zare and be like, bro, I miss Evolve.
So much. That was a great way to waste a Saturday afternoon all the time.
It was not a waste. It was money
it was
fucking spent, dude. Those nachos or those fucking burritos, quesadillas. What was
you can literally buy a 6-pack before the event in the venue.
The 6-pack and like a quesadilla. Mm-hmm. Talk about a wrestling threesome.
And I love sitting on that stage. Perfect views. Everything.
Yeah, sitting on the stage was great.
Yeah. He could be like Raven on his own. Gaethje should win this match. It's a good idea, Manny. I like that idea. Moving on, Tag Team Gallus, those thick boys from NXT UK as the tag champions versus those good old boys, the Creed brothers, who are former amateur wrestlers from Duke, because they literally look like they went to Duke. Because they went to Duke.
Which one of the Creed brothers? The top ones?
Yeah, the more clean-shaven white guys. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they are actually wildly impressive. I've watched them. So the Creed brothers have this interesting tag move. So one of them will do a stalling suplex, and then the other one will tag in, and then they'll switch the person and still do a stalling suplex.
I don't know if they do this or not, but their finishing move should just be called with arms wide open. Or no, you know what? My sacrifice. Even better.
That would be great. Gallus boys are probably going to win that.
Sacrifice.
Oh, I have to show you a Cody Rhodes video that someone did.
I hope is Creed playing with the
No. I'm not even going to tell you any part of it. I'm just going to send it to you when we're on the post show. I also have
excellent. No Creed will be playing on this podcast. Our buddy Nate got popped for copyright violation from Anchor the other day. Check the Westway Radio email. I forgot to send that to Nate.
Oh.
That's the first time in my 8 years of podcasting, a podcast I've seen it got popped for a music violation.
I will definitely check that and let Nate know. Sorry, Nate, you can't. Gotta be more original than that. The NXT Heritage Cup is going to be on the line for the first time in the States with Noam Dar, who's actually a very good technician. He got a lot better during his time off versus Dragon Lee. This is going to be fun. I do want to watch this because I've never actually seen a Heritage Cup match. I know the stipulations are wildly interesting. I'm not going to go through all of them right now. There's WWE has a video package on it. You can look it up. It is going to be a really interesting match. It's going to be, like I said, I've never seen a Heritage Cup match. I like the fact that it actually kind of has this traveling trophy. It makes it a little bit different.
Noam Dar though, great hair.
He does have great there. Yes, Fred's crap. You have been using WWE themes. Be on the lookout for that, so watch out.
Yeah, I was like, Ricky, our first 200 episodes might get pulled. Oh well. I still got them.
Yeah, that's why we have backups. We
upload them.
We have backups to the backups, folks. There's always backups to the backups. So yeah,
on SoundCloud.
Yeah, on SoundCloud. By the way, and this is probably going to steal the show. Dijak versus Ilya Dragunov in a last man standing match. By the way.
Nice.
Last man standing.
One gimmick.
Yeah, one gimmick. Last man standing match. I think they made Ilya and Dijak sign a hold harmless agreement because they've been trying to kill each other every week.
Wait, that's Donovan Dijak?
That's Donovan Dijak, yeah.
Oh, dude, he looks great too.
Yeah.
I love this look.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of like a Punisher style person now.
I go into work like, hey, security, I need a new badge. Take my picture.
Take it like this.
Frank Castle. Yeah, he does look like Frank Castle.
He does look. He's pulling the Frank Castle. Yeah. Ilya looks great when he gets his ass beat because he just keeps on fighting for some reason. But
I feel like Triple H just goes, "Hey, nice jacket. Reminds me of me and O2.
Nice jacket, pal. Yeah." Yeah, so compared to AEW, there's only one gimmick, and it's this one. So if you want more pure wrestling, well, the Heritage Cup is technically a gimmick, but it's like the ROH Pure title. There are a specific set of rules for that style of match. In a sense, it's a gimmicky kinda, but Last Man Standing is complete gimmick. So this should be very, very interesting, and that's all we have for NXT Battleground. Again, it's going to be 8 p.m. Sunday night, the same time as AEW Double or Nothing. I will say this: if you have Peacock, you're only paying $5 for NXT Battleground at minimum, and AEW Double or Nothing's probably going for like what, 60 in pay-per-view, something like that. Yeah, 60 in pay-per-view. I'm just saying. You know, you pick what you can, or you go to movie theaters and watch Double or Nothing if it's going to be in your local area. Be that as it may, I actually think this will go probably a solid 8 for NXT. They're on the road too, which I'm very happy about. So they're starting to travel again. They did it we did it in February, and we also were on the road obviously for WrestleMania. But I'm gonna go with a solid 8 here.
NXT's on its way back. I'm gonna go 7s across the board. It's a wrestling threesomes. Every show gets a 7.
There you go. 7, 7, 7. Nice, good job there.
I win the jackpot. What do I win? More
More
wrestling.
wrestling. Your jackpot is you get Hulk Hogan versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
Yes. I am a real American. In Philadelphia. Come on now. Hulk Hogan needs to come out with a giant cape. It's just a Declaration of Independence. And then Nick Cage comes out with a steel chair, hits him in the back, and steals it.
What do you mean they even dug Sabu? I mean, wait, hold on, Manny. Wait a second. Manny. Sabu is a part of Double or Nothing. Are you yanking my chain here, Manny?
I might have to give you a reverse card. I might have to buy it just to watch Sabu botch one more time.
Because Sabu changes everything. Okay.
Sabu was just on Dynamite.
Jesus.
Frets, you're supposed to be telling us these.
Seriously,
things.
Frets. Yeah, you're off the ball today, Frets. What's going on here?
Damn it.
What's going on here, Frets? Sabu. So you're telling me Grand Metalik debuted on Dynamite tonight as we're recording this show, and Sabu?
Next thing you know, Tommy Dreamer is going to be defending the Playline from Hell again on Dynamite. and then we have something to talk about.
Oh my God, you guys just really want to piss off Paul Heyman? Because I mean, come on, we're setting up for.
Okay, Frets, you're playing Zelda. That's
okay. Fair. Zelda. All right, you get a pass. You're playing Zelda. All right, Frets. Anywho, NXT Battleground is probably going to be a solid 8. Zelda is a viable excuse. I get it.
I've never played a Zelda game, but I'll let it slide.
I get it. They're saying like this Zelda's the greatest Zelda of all time. I understand. As a video game nut myself, who just got into his second year on the Yankees and MLB The Show this year. I get it.
I'm still playing 22. I'm still playing MLB The Show 22.
Didn't I tell you to get 23? Because I thought you were going to get 23 because it had the Negro Leagues mode.
I really wanted to, but I was just like, I'm still playing 22.
Fair.
Negro Leagues will probably be in there next year.
Yeah, very, very fair.
That's my thing with sports games. I buy them every few years.
I get to wait till college football's coming back next year.
Oh, NCAA? The football game?
Yeah, because they're going to be compensating the players now.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yep. The agreement just passed. The NIL deals just got passed for them.
That's really
so
smart.
Players can opt in to use their name, image, and likeness in the video game.
That's really smart.
Yeah, it's going to be wild. I'll never buy Madden again if that happens. Fuck them.
Yeah, dude, why do you still buy Madden to begin with?
Dynasty mode. And it's because college football doesn't have a video game. That's why. That's pretty.
To be fair, football games are a lot of fun.
Yeah, college football was an amazing experience. That line.
Madden's is such a broken mess of a fucking shitty ass franchise.
Because the NFL made it the exclusive license, and
they have no competition.
They
when you have no competition, why would you
make it better?
Putting something else? Yeah, why would you put something else?
Anyway, this is a wrestling podcast, and we need to get out of here so we can talk about Madden and all that other stuff. And I have a video version of "Am I the Asshole" for you, Will, because I saw it. Well, you're not going to see the video, but I'm going to play the audio. But we're going to agree pretty wholeheartedly on this. But when I heard it, and when I watched it, I was like, this is so worth it.
I don't know, dude. It's better when we disagree.
This story is worth it all.
Manny, stick around with us. We're going to play
Yeah, please, Manny, stick around with us. Thank you for joining us. Stick around with us. We are going to go to the post show, play Am I the Asshole. But first, we have to do some outro. So, Will, if you do not mind. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Kings of the Rings podcast, episode number 341, Night of Collisions. or nothing. AEW Collision is going to be a thing. Hopefully it's Saturday Nitro. We have a major lineup of events in wrestling this Memorial Day weekend. Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m., we have Night of Champions by WWE. Then Sunday night at 8 p.m., you have both NXT Battleground as well as AEW Double or Nothing. And if you actually still watch Impact, we're having an event on Friday night as well. So it's all wrestling all the time this weekend. Hopefully one of our 3 predictions will happen. And hopefully, I really hope it's just Enzo. I really hope it's just Enzo, just to ruin AEW, to be completely honest with you.
I don't know which one I want more now.
Yeah, right? You can find me at Ambassador Biggs across all social media outlets whenever I return, BIGZ Ambassador Biggs. Find Kings of the Rings podcast at KOTR_podcast across all of our social media outlets. Like, share, subscribe, leave us 5-star reviews whenever you can. And if you end up listening to us, make sure you're listening to us wherever you listen to all of your favorite podcasts by subscribing to Wrestle Addict Radio, the cure for the common wrestling podcast, and follow Wrestle Addict Radio social media at Addict_Wrestle on Twitter and Wrestle Addict Radio everywhere else. Will Tarashuk.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Willie T. It says so on the hat. See, it's right here. Willie T.
Yeah,
You can't.
he made that in
can't
high
fuck it
school,
up.
folks. Branding from an early
Yeah,
age.
T isn't Thomas. ARASHUK is last name. It says there my at symbol. If you want to follow all my shit, the Talk My Tarashuk podcast. Today I dropped an episode with a TikTok political TikToker. I went to college with. Interesting guy. Follow him. Counterpoints Politics on TikTok. He's got 60,000 followers and millions of views.
Good for him.
Very, very smart, thorough thinker when it comes to politics. Critical of both sides and overall hell of a guy. Next week, I am interviewing actually, it's going to be a few weeks because I got to get my computer back. The founder of Day One, which is a community of founders and entrepreneurs. So that's very helpful to both me as a founder and an entrepreneur. So yeah, support your boy, Talk My Tarashuk, anywhere podcasts can be found.
Yes, sir. So when we come back next week, hopefully we will have K Murphy. Hopefully we hit our wrestling threesome over the weekend, and we're going to have a lot to talk about. So sit back, relax, and again, like I said before, move over, LeBron, because you're going to be watching wrestling with us for this entire weekend. Enjoy this weekend of wrestling. Have as much fun as you can. We will see you guys next week. Goodbye, good night, and fuck you, Slack. So, Fretz, welcome to our post show, folks. Welcome to.
Yeah, Fretz. Let me respond to Fretz right now, real quick. Fretz, if you can get me in touch with Joel Gertner.
Who is Joel Gertner, by the way?
Oh my God, dude, you don't know who Joel Gertner is?
No, I'm not that hip anymore.
Oh my God, 1997 Joel Gertner in ECW is the top heel in the business. He makes a ring announcer become a heel. He's so sleazy. It's a good word to describe Joel Gertner.
Oh, okay. Makes sense. All right. I
still have to message JBL to come on the podcast.
Oh, you didn't message him on
No,
I'm
just trying to think of an angle, and I'm also super fucking busy with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I need an angle, and I really want to talk about the debt ceiling, but it just raised against the clock, and I didn't know when to do it.
And you probably missed the clock, didn't you?
Well, no, here's the thing. I could have recorded it, but I wouldn't have had time to edit it and release it in time for it to still be for the content to still be relevant.
Makes sense.
So I was like, okay, I had to scrap the debt
Makes sense.
ceiling.
And by the way, breaking news, even though we already kind of knew, AEW's first show in Collision is going to be in Chicago. No shit.
Duh. That goes into the duh category.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's what Sabu's the guest enforcer in the Jericho Unsanctioned match?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I hope he gives a quick count like Tyson.
Oh, yeah, that is the one thing that does ruin... Oh, the Yankees restarted their thing. This is the one thing that ruins Austin's first title win is Tyson's fucking fast count.
Yeah.
Like, it's just...
So speaking of MLB The Show, just out of nowhere, I was playing it last night, and I play on dynamic settings, so it's like it levels up with me. But
How
getting really
dynamic is such a pain in the ass after a while.
Yeah, it's like I'm on like veteran plus for hitting and legend all the way maxed out for pitching. So it's really annoying. And I was playing the Red Sox and getting super annoyed because I hate losing to the Red Sox. So I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Everything's going back to beginner. Like pitching and batting is both on beginner. And I had fun. It was a good time.
Okay, hold on. I gotta find the Cody thing, which is funny as all hell. Oh, I think I sent it to Charles. Well, Charles sends me a bunch of shit all the time.
I do like my Jey Uso. I just listen back to it.
Your Jey Uso is good. I'm not gonna lie, your Jey Uso is pretty fucking entertaining. Oh my god. Oh, so there's this TikToker, this black guy, and he's always up on the he's always kind of like he's supposed to be like fighting against somebody. And he's like, all right, who am I going up against this week? And he's like, and your opponent fighting in the red corner. And it's always somebody like from like a video game. And he's like, what the fuck, dude? So one time he faced like Etsy from Etsy. Oh, no, he faced Altair from Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. And it's always like you got to figure out who it is that he's about to fight. Come on, what the fuck? I'm looking for this thing for Charles. Anywho, I'll just send it to you later. But oh, he also sent me one where it's him doing fucking. There's somebody doing a Cody Rhodes entrance in WWE 2K23. He's doing a live stream and he's singing. He's like, adrenaline in my soul, something, something, Cody Rhodes. Don't you know I ended racism?
My wife is black. So
yeah,
is
that's
my
really
kid.
what it is. That's really what it is.
My dad was in the working class. Oh. My collar's blue, not just my tattoo.
Okay. So,
did I mention my daughter's black? Yeah.
Okay. So Manny, since you're joining us, we play this game, or we like to play this thing to pop ourselves at the end of our show called Am I the Asshole? Because it's really fucking funny to see people actually make asses of themselves, and also good discussion points that we have.
And people post this shit too. Like,
they
wow.
posted them.
Even though
Yeah,
it's
they
anonymous.
posted anonymously. Whoops. Be it as it may. Yeah, they posted anonymously. And they just have the dumbest shit that they talk about. So for instance, we're gonna do this one for M&S. I watched this today, and I was like, this is great. I'll send this to you, but you're just gonna listen to the story. The story is fucking wild, and the title will be like, all right, I'm interested. And here we go. Ready? All right.
Yes,
Am I the asshole for getting my sister-in-law arrested on her wedding day? This is wild. I, 24-year-old
shit.
female, and my husband, 24-year-old male, have 3 dogs. I rescued them from a puppy mill that was shut down about 6 months ago. They were all in horrible condition and had numerous medical issues. They are very friendly dogs and have adjusted to their new lives extremely well. My now sister-in-law, we'll call her Amy, has met them a few times before the events occurred. Amy said she wanted them to be the ring bearer and flower girls for her wedding. Now, Amy and I don't get along at all. She has said numerous hurtful and cruel things about me to my family and really anybody who will listen. Oh shit. I am not even invited to the wedding, as I would, quote, ruin the vibe, end quote. Wild. I told her she would not be using my dogs for her wedding for multiple reasons, including me not being invited, and they were all having surgery a few days prior.
She kidnapped the dogs?
I think she might kidnap these dogs.
Oh my god.
They were all getting spayed as well as dental work. She was not happy about being told no. Now, to the event that happened a couple weeks ago. All of my dogs had their surgeries on Thursday. This wedding was on a Sunday in the evening. My husband and I left the house to go run some errands Sunday morning, and the dogs were home asleep. I get a notification on my phone about motion at my back door. Oh my god.
Chicken at the dog!
I check it, and it is Amy opening the door and walking into the house. I started panicking and telling my husband we need to leave now and go back to the house. I show him the video, and he agrees. I start calling my brother and demanding for him to get his wife out of my house. And if she leaves with my dogs, I will call the police. He hung up on me. I got home and all of my dogs were gone and their cones were left in their crates. I called the police for theft and breaking and entering. Police arrived and I showed them the video of her getting into our house and leaving with the dogs. I told them where the venue was as I had seen a copy of the invitation. The police made it to the venue and were able to locate all of my dogs. One had opened her stitches and was bleeding from the wound.
Oh my god.
My husband rushed her to an emergency vet to get the stitches closed. Amy was arrested in the middle of getting ready for her wedding and has been charged with a class 1 felony and a few misdemeanors.
Good.
Now everybody is saying I ruined the wedding and I overreacted to the entire situation. I am being told that I need to pay them back for the whole wedding since it never happened. I am refusing to pay anybody back as well as drop the charges. Am I the asshole?
Hell
No.
asshole. Press charges, man. Put that bitch in a cage. Are you fucking kidding me? You stole my dogs? On video, you broke into my house and stole my dogs. Yeah, I'm ruining your fucking wedding. You know what? I'm going to take a shit on the fucking altar. What the fuck do you think was going to happen? Yeah, I'm pressing charges. The fullest extent of the law. You broke in my house and stole my 3 dogs from surgery. For your fucking wedding that I wasn't even invited to. First of all, the audacity to ask me to use my fucking dogs for your wedding that I'm not invited to.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, throw the book at her. You know what? Throw 2 books at her. Throw 3 books for each dog. We're going to threesome. There's a threesome fucking theme on this podcast tonight.
Yeah, that's
So,
pretty
yeah,
ironic,
throw
but yes.
that bitch in jail. What do you mean you ruined the wedding? I mean, you did ruin the wedding, but she also ruined her own wedding. You know what? If I was making, no, wait. Can you wait until, wait, I go to the cops. Wait. Work with me on this. Wait.
Wait till she's walking down the aisle.
No. Let them kiss, give the IDs on the way out to church.
Oh, when everybody's waiting outside.
Yeah. Yeah, like as they're walking down, husband and wife, you're walking up with the cops. And you go, get this bitch out of here.
So therefore, she gets what
That's
she
not
wants and still does jail time for it.
Yeah, and it's just the most embarrassing thing. Oh no, like if the priest goes, you go, like before, it's like, you may now kiss the bride. You go, wait, I object, and then you arrest her. Pick your spot, dude. Yeah, this bitch is a fucking crazy dude. Your wedding day, you break into someone else's house to get dogs. Ugh. That's good. Well, what do you got, Ricky? What do you got to add?
There's some good stuff on here right now. These are hot.
Actually, I have one.
Oh, you found one?
No. This is more of would I be an asshole?
Okay, would I be the asshole? Okay.
So this is a personal anecdote here. So
right.
I told you Waldo was getting married, right?
Yeah, in LA.
LA. So Waldo was getting married in September. It's gonna be a huge wedding, and I was told by my friends that no one's getting a +1. I was like, all right, cool. No one's getting a +1. That's, I wish Jazz could come, but fine. No one +1. That's fine.
It's an LA wedding. I can imagine that shit's expensive.
LA wedding. Both Jewish families. I'm assuming they're both. I know Waldo's family's huge. I'm assuming her family's also huge.
Okay.
So, listen, it's not my wedding. I take no offense to not her being Jazz not being invited.
Yeah.
But we're starting a group chat. Mm-hmm. With all the Tep boys who are going to be at the wedding. Because we're going to do an Airbnb all boys weekend. It's like, great. That sounds like fun as fuck.
Yeah.
And Frodo was just like, hey, Jess is coming. Jack was like, hey, Lisa's coming. And they were like, hey, Dubs, is your girlfriend coming? And I was like, wait a minute.
Since when are you
Hold
Dubs?
up.
I thought you were Daffy.
I'm Daffy. But my other friend, Dubs.
Oh, okay.
Because your girlfriend coming. So I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, that's weird. But I was like, okay, Frodo's getting married, and Waldo knows her. That's fine.
Yeah.
Waldo also knows Jack's girlfriend. So, okay, fine. She gets the invite. But I was like, if Dubs' girlfriend, who they've been dating a little bit, got an invite, but, like, I've been dating Jazz for 3 years.
Yeah.
And, like, didn't, that'd be a little weird.
A little
So,
bit.
do I text Waldo and be like, yo, do I get a +1 or do I just leave it be? Would I be an asshole for asking if my girlfriend can come to is invited to his wedding?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
You can get. I mean, did you know? I mean, it never hurts to ask, and if you say no, it's no. I mean, it's no big deal. You're still in the same position as before.
True.
Yeah, I don't think you would be the asshole.
Just for clarification, because I don't want to be that guy. Be like, oh, why isn't my girlfriend coming to your wedding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I get it. You can just ask. You don't have to. Here's the thing: just ask the question. You don't have to provide an explanation if Waldo doesn't ask for an explanation.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I got the invite. Can my girlfriend come along too? Is there room for her in the wedding if it's in the as part of a guest? And if he says no, then it's no, then fine.
Yeah, because they've never met.
Yeah.
Waldo never met her, so it's like, yeah, it's totally fine. Like I get it.
Yeah.
But if I was told one thing, I found out there actually were +1s, that'd be pretty tight. I'd be like, come on, man.
Yeah. She's 3.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thanks, Manny.
Ooh,
well, I don't know.
Manny's for the team.
I don't know how long Dubs and his girl have been dating.
Mm-hmm.
Or if she's even going. So, but like, yeah, if it's like a wife, like, yeah, especially if you know her, like, yeah, they got an invite.
Yeah.
But I think on my invite it just said me.
Mm.
So I'm assuming she was, and Waldo never asked for her name, because like when I was invited to McLeod's wedding, he was like, how do you spell Jasmine's last name?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, word, so she's invited.
Yeah. It doesn't hurt to ask for clarity.
It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
It's like I don't like asking people like about their wedding, because it's like, listen, it's your wedding.
No, it's like asking somebody like,
you can do what you want.
It's asking somebody like, here's what I want. Here's what you should do for your birthday. Like, no, I'm gonna do what I want for my birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. But yeah, you've been dating her 3 years. I mean, it's almost expected, and it's not like Waldo doesn't know that you've been dating her.
No, Waldo knows we've been dating.
Exactly.
But he has never actually met her.
Yeah, so
But,
like I said, it doesn't hurt to
But
ask.
also, it's just like, hey, like, does Dubs know it's that his girlfriend might not be invited? Because
that might
really
be a
awkward.
Dubs problem.
That'd be really wrong. That'd be a big problem.
Yeah.
I always put in the group chat, I said, wait, you guys get +1s? I didn't want to say that
Wait
either.
a
So.
minute. Yeah.
But also, kind of a boys' wedding sounds like a lot of fun too.
Yeah, that sounds a very dangerous thing, but it does sound like a lot of fun.
It kind of sounds a little better.
Yeah. All right, so you ready for this? I got a good one
Yeah,
here.
please.
This
Yes, I'll play
has
it.
been officially deemed everyone sucks by the moderators.
Oh, that's a good one. I love these. These are good ones
Yeah.
where everyone sucks.
All right, so here it goes. The title of this is, Am I the asshole for sending our son away after he revealed to his sister's friends that she has dentures?
Okay. I love these setups.
Yeah, my husband and I have a 14-year-old daughter and a 16-year-old son. When our daughter was 8, she developed a very rare mouth infection that just absolutely devastated her teeth and gums. She ended up losing all of her teeth in both sets. Shit. And had to have some corrective work done so that she could have regular dentures. Obviously, this was very traumatic for her, and she's still in therapy to help cope to this day. Yeah, that would kind of suck, being 8 and losing all of your teeth. And having to go through like really serious reconstructive mouth surgery.
Yeah, that's like trauma right there, dude.
Yeah, that's instant. It's instant.
Yeah, she ain't never given blowjob when she's older.
Our daughter is understandably very self-conscious about this. None of her friends knew about them. In fact, nobody besides her doctor and dentist know outside the family. She doesn't want people to know. She's She's very worried about people finding out and won't even take her teeth out in front of the rest of us. She's worried someone will say, "Oh, so she has removable dentures." For some reason, I'm thinking like dental implants, which are different from dentures. But I get it. Her and her brother had a good relationship until he did what he did last week. So this is recent. He somehow recorded her taking out her teeth without her noticing and then showed all of her friends when they were over. Not only have they all turned on her, but half the school is teasing her nonstop. She even had to change her phone number because dozens of kids were texting her the most vile things imaginable.
Dude.
I have never been more ashamed of my children until that moment. I don't know where we went wrong raising him, but apparently he thought it would be funny. After I kicked out her, quote, friends who were mocking her and helped her through a panic attack, I called my father to pick him up and told him to pack a bag and get the fuck out. Okay. He's been staying with my parents 2 towns over. They didn't know what happened until 2 days ago. That came up because driving him to school was becoming a hassle and they wanted to know what was up. When I explained, they were disgusted, but still wanted to know when they could bring him home. I asked them if they'd take care of registering him for school in their town, and they agreed but were shocked. My husband and I talked, and we just cannot have him here. His sister still hates him. We're so ashamed we can't even think of calling him. It sounds awful, but I don't think our relationship can recover from this, and maybe this is what he needs. No friends, no family aside from his grandparents. Having to start over might just set him right. My parents are willing to keep him until he's 18, but think we're too emotionally charged to be making this decision now. Am I the asshole? Yeah, but that everyone sucks there.
Yeah, man. Damn, you literally. How old
16.
is this kid? Oh. I mean, hey, man, 16-year-olds do stupid things.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I can't say I did something that stupid at 16, but I've done stupid things at 16. I did stupid things at 17. Hell, I did stupid things at 18, 19, 20, and 20. How old am I? 28? I did stupid things at 28. But I've never done something that stupid. But then again, as a parent, I wouldn't do something that stupid either. You don't just kick your kid out like that.
It's not like he committed
No.
murder or something like that. It was a...
Yeah, he did something very
Yeah,
mean.
very mean, very bad. And it did have a lot of bad social consequences for his younger sister who's 14 and just entering high school. And I mean, but to totally, essentially disavow your child, I think that's a little too extreme in this circumstance.
So yeah, you are an asshole. You are an asshole. Granted, you also raised a shitty asshole,
Yeah.
but you don't just abandon your kid over something like that. Now, if you got like, listen, man, give him some time until the daughter cools off and you can have him back. Because yeah, you don't want that hostile household either. Like, they gotta work that shit out.
Yeah.
Right. And until then, separate them. But it's like, I don't want nothing to do with
Mm-hmm.
you. Like, because if you register for a school district, I guess you could just take them back. But that's not easy.
That's a lot of complication in that as well. I understand being emotionally charged and very upset, but also like it's also on you as a parent to mediate them and really kind of sit them down and have them hash it out. You know, because
Yeah.
what are you?
No, that's
Because
a good
what
point.
are you
Yeah.
teaching both of your children? You know, you get in trouble, just don't deal with it. You're gonna go somewhere else. Because it's not going to help him in the long run. He's like, oh, you're going to ship me away, and now he feels, and I'm going real therapist right now. You know, now he's going to feel disowned by his parents because he was disowned by his parents, and now when the grandparents get tired of him because the parents would say we're going to keep you till you're 18, he's going to feel disowned by his grandparents. You are literally eliminating him from his family off of this mistake. Was it a big mistake? Yes. Was it emotionally probably jarring for his daughter? Yes. But he needs to sit there and face the music. You're allowing him to run away, essentially. You know, and
Yeah.
and what are you teaching? You know, the all sibling too, because she's gonna have to be able to, and it's difficult, and it's gonna take a lot of time. It's a very sensitive topic, but she has to learn to find a way to cope and come to grips with the person who's now enforcing a lot of. Ooh, I get paid tomorrow. Who,
You also
gotta come to
got
grips
you
with
also
it.
got to live
What's
with
up?
your condition, and you got to learn to live with your
yeah,
condition.
that too. She's got, and also,
Like, listen, like, hey, man, it sucks you lost all your teeth at a young age, but that's the hand you were dealt.
and at some point, you just got to learn to own. I mean, it's hard because she's 14. Like that's a rough time for people to reveal that, and you know, it might take a couple of years for her to really come to grips with it and it be okay, but you're doing more damage to both children than good. Because now the brother's going to be like, well, they clearly pick my sister over me. And that's not good for anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, what's that psychologically to do to a sister too? Like, oh shit, mom and dad kicked out my brother because of me.
that's also a thing as well. That could also,
Like at first she's gonna be like happy, but as time goes, like say theoretically, right, this goes on for a few more
which
years.
is totally
as-
possible at this point. Yeah.
Like she's gonna be happy now, but as she potentially sees her brother deteriorate, she's gonna
Mm-hmm.
get guilt from that.
Yeah, no, there's a lot Yeah.
Especially as she comes to accept and comes to grips with, hey man, like this is a condition I have.
Yeah,
This is
and
what
it's
it
also
is.
one of those things where like this is a one of those things where, and I think you'll agree with this. It's blown up because you're young and in high school.
Oh yeah,
You know,
yeah.
it is a big deal now.
Yeah, everything's a huge deal in high
It's
school.
a big deal now. 10 years from now, probably not going to be the biggest thing. But this is like the quote unquote the formidable years, and she's already kind of in therapy, and now you're kind of just. He essentially re-traumatized her again, but especially because it was
Yeah.
public, and it's also like there are consequences for sharing other people's medical information. Like those are real consequences there. Okay, that's a total violation of trust and privacy. But the daughter needs a chance to confront the brother, and the brother needs a chance to own up for his actions in front of the person that he terrorized.
Yes, correct.
You know, and the parents need to be there to facilitate that and lay down the proper punishment. And I don't think sending him away is going to do that at all. Sometimes you need this. What is it? Okay, so let's compare this to wrestling. So remember the curtain call?
Yes.
Triple H has a great quote about the curtain call. He goes, "I had to learn to eat shit and like it."
Yep.
That's what it is right now. You have to learn to eat shit and like it. You know, because like for me, like you run away to your grandma, you're getting off scot free. If I was the father, I'd be like, oh no, you're not done now. like this.
You're gonna deal with this shit right the fuck now.
But not even that. It's like you're gonna be punished for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, but again, going to your grandparents doesn't. It's tough.
Guess who's driving her to the doctor now for like the next 6 years?
Yeah, right. But yeah, everybody sucks on that one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, like we're not what he did was fucked up. Like that's shitty.
Really
Yeah.
shitty. Like you're just a dumbass.
But I'm not having. You're not just gonna run away and go to a new town because of it. Because guess what? His sister still has to live with that with everybody. If anything, you send the girl to the grandparents.
I was thinking that too. Yeah, send her away. New school. She needs new school.
Yeah, if anything, send the girl away just to get out of that atmosphere for a while.
Yeah. Even just for the summer.
Yeah, seriously.
Until she's ready to come back.
Yeah. Okay, we got one final one. This one's a short.
One more.
This one's a short
Make
one.
it
This
quick.
one's funny. I like this one. Am I the asshole for locking my wife out of the house?
Oh, never.
Here you go. It says, our house has an attached garage and a door between the garage and the house. I have a habit of locking the house doors, this door, even if the garage door is closed, front door, and back door. My wife regularly comes home late, like after 8 p.m. late. She drives into the garage and comes through that door. Here's the weird part. She refuses to carry a house key with her. I mean any house key. Not the garage door, not the front door, and not the back door. She also won't put one in her car. Her reason is that she doesn't use the front door, so she doesn't need a house key. I often take the kids out for a walk/scooter ride, bike ride through the garage after dinner, or take the trash out, and since I'm not thinking, I lock the door behind us when I come back in. So when she parks in the garage, she ends up locked out of the house. Then she comes home and has to text me to unlock the door and is mad at me. Am I the asshole? No, get a fucking
Dude,
key.
You don't carry keys to your own house? Dude, before I leave, phone, wallet, keys.
Yeah, always.
Always. Yeah, Jazz too. We both leave with keys. Just in case.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't carry keys to your own house? Don't be surprised when you're locked out. Like, what do you mean? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah. Have keys. Like it's weird. I'm always like, I like weird with people who like don't carry like their ID in their license. I'm like, what? What are you doing?
Yeah, I have my wallet everywhere. I don't have a wallet. Yeah, if I'm leaving the house, I always got my wallet. Even if I'm going to my friend's house, not buying anything.
Wallet all the time.
Always have my wallet. There's always cash in my wallet. There's always my ID in my wallet. And there's always my credit cards in my wallet.
Yeah,
Duh.
exactly. Like just no.
And in college, there's always a condom in the wall.
Yeah, and your student
but
ID. Student ID is always there. Well,
Not
yeah,
anymore,
no,
but
student
yes.
ID was always with me at all times.
Oh yeah, always,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you
Have
don't have
your
your keys
key.
on you?
Why?
What?
That irks me. It's also like, in other countries and stuff where they just leave a door unlocked all the time. Like, what? Yeah.
Are you home?
Yes. From what yeah. Just people.
So that's a very suburban thing.
Depending on the
area
suburb,
of the neighborhood
yeah.
you live in. Depending on the suburb, like if you're home, the door's unlocked. That's normal.
For me, it never was. Like, I've been home and then never had my door. Like, you knock on my fucking door.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very true. We did have bars on the bottom levels of my house. It's a true story, actually.
Like my old apartment, I was on the
Yeah.
fifth floor.
I remember that.
Never locked.
You were the only
Never
one on
locked
that
the door.
floor, right?
And I would sleep with the
That's
door
wild.
unlocked. Dude, this like the first few months. I was like, listen, man, nobody is gonna rob me on the fifth floor. Like when I'd go out, unless I was leaving overnight. I would
Yeah.
go out, go to my friend's house, have a few beers, come back, door would be open. I'd leave the door open. No one's gonna walk up 65 stairs back and forth to rob someone.
Yeah, no, that's a one trip. They're gonna walk up 65 stairs,
Yeah.
get out of bed, like looking for water in your fridge.
Like even if they saw my computer, like I'm not carrying that downstairs. And then they turn around, TV mounted, right? So like there's nothing left to steal. There was nothing there worth stealing that was worth 60 stairs. And plus the front door to the building was always locked.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's that.
So, yeah, the fifth floor is security. Now we're on the second floor, so door's always locked with the chain.
Nice. Very nice. That's true. Dean Ambrose does look like John Moxley. Anywho, but yeah, it's time to get out of here. It's like 10 o'clock.
Yep, it was uploaded.
Perfect.
We'll be good to go. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, guys. We will see all of you cool cats later. Thank you, Manny, for joining us today. You are welcome back
Yeah,
anytime.
Manny, we're live every Wednesday night. Drop a subscription, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes, like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Manny, and thank you, everybody, especially you, Frets, and not you, Tony Khan, with your dumbass announcements. I'll see you guys later.
He's Coke face.